Hi, children of the internet.
What, we were starting with happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear bride. Happy birthday to you. Whee!
The lights are on, yeah?
I've not gone live.
And again.
I think I had feedback of Adrian.
Thank you.
How old are you?
39.
602.
59.
Yeah, you wishes.
6 million years old.
Doesn't count if you've been 39 for the past 5 years, right?
5?
Never hitting 40.
I got you a vanilla and raspberry flavoured twist Oreo.
Thank
They
you.
are delicious.
Thank
They're
you.
really
As
good.
soon as it's your birthday, I got everyone else. A very little
I will allow you to share your M&Ms with me.
Hi guys.
I don't want to pass it one.
Give us a moment. We decided to set up on the stream because I'm a pro. How is everybody this morning?
Right.
I've forgotten how to spell my name.
That's it.
My name.
What? I know.
Oh, there we
Your
go.
name.
That's it. Right, you get what you get.
A-D-E-E-E.
No one's ever shouting Eddie.
That's good one. Death cry.
Yeah.
I fear you don't know who Eddie is, but I'm just going to shout anyway. Eddie!
It's falling off a cliff.
That's why that's on the desk.
If it was after the water show, I'd make another comment.
But it's not. Right, welcome to the channel, nerds. If you are watching, thank you. If you are from yesterday, thank you. If you are new, thank you. If you are planning on watching today, thank you. If you're planning on lurking, thank you. If you can hear my voice, thank you. Anyone?
Yeah.
What are we on? Day 2, part 1. So what we're going to do? I can't do the
Electric
fucking
Boogaloo.
chicken. Yeah, throw me an
Adrian,
Oreo.
electric boogaloo. Throw it, pelt it.
I can't raise my thumb.
Hey.
So me and Tony were both playing sound at the start of that, but very quietly.
Chat, can you hear the aircon? Is the first question.
If you can't, you're going to have to fucking put up with it.
Right,
Well.
there'll be a social link popping up in the chat throughout today's stream. It's got all our socials on Instagram and Facebook and Discord and YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. Did I say Facebook already? And Twitter and all that good stuff. So if you want to follow and see what's going on, follow the comedy. Steiner. Follow the comedy that's happening, and we're clipping shit that's pool that's going on, and it's 5 minutes in and I'm already married. So yeah, go do all that stuff. We're sponsored by some really, really, really amazing people. We're sponsored by Sirenscape, sound sets, ambience, all that good stuff. Go to Sirenscape, find out what they've got going on. They have got everything. As all the what? I'll get to the prices. Right, prizes are on the list.
Monkey face.
Monkey face. I didn't do monkey face yesterday. Did I?
Yeah.
Someone put
One
monkey
of the
face
other
in the
ones had a
chat.
monkey face, yeah.
Monkey face.
So, Sirenscape are great. If you play around the table and you've got access to the internet and a browser, you can play out of any electronic device you've got, and you've got some cool ambience, dragon fights, demon fights, beautiful elven vales, and busy market towns, all that good stuff. If you play online,
Night market.
you can share. There's no night market, Rog, folks. There are no dragons and there are no night markets. If you play digitally, you can log in, share the link with your friends, and they can hear it over like your Zoom calls and Skype calls and Discord calls, etc., etc. So go check out Sirenscape; they're amazing. They also throw in a prize in of a 6-month subscription as part of our charity stream, which we will tell you more details about when we get to this charity bit. If you play online and you use virtual tabletops, go to Roll20. You can use other virtual tabletops. However, if you go to Roll20's market and search Coyote Grey, all the chibi tokens that they've got there, they're amazing. I own them all. I love the artwork. Coyote Grey is a proper badass little artist. Please check out the chibi tokens and buy them. If you want maps at your table to go along with your virtual tokens and Sirenscape, go to Loki Battle Mats. The things they do. So we got some little woo.
Sorry.
Jumping in.
Brian's trying to steal my job from me.
Let him do it then. Let him crack on. See how he does. No, see how he
Yeah,
does.
Loki's his favourite though, isn't he? You know what I mean?
don't care.
Let him crack on. See how he does.
That's mine.
And if someone's able to steal your job from you, then it's obviously not good enough to keep, is it? So,
I swear.
Wow.
so fight back. Don't complain. Fight back.
We'll be back in 10 minutes.
There ain't no HR in heavyweight game. Eddie's HR, so good luck. Or Velk. Stay on, don't do anything.
Smile at you. I want to complain about this member of staff.
If you want to buy Loki Battle Maps digitally to use on your virtual tabletops, you can go to Drive-Thru RPG and get them as well. But they've got everything. Towns, taverns, dungeon, book of battle, tiles, wilderness, caverns and castles, and there's just so many of them. Please go check them out. They are also throwing in maps to the charity draw, so you can win them as well. Now sponsoring them out. 200 bits! Bits. Monkey face bits. He don't. I told you, he only knows Loki Battle Maps.
Why are you going to start?
There'll be a thing popping up in the chat regarding bits. If you donate 200 bits, there you go. Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Monkey face. Donate 200 bits last year to give the party a re-roll. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws, and they don't roll over till tomorrow. Alright? It'll all be tomorrow rather than next week. If you are a crazy person and you want to give me 1,000 bits, I will get a re-roll and I will try and use it on their successes and ruin their day, because, you know, why not? I like to have fun as well. So that's the bits. Anything before the charity stuff?
What, you need a rubbish bag?
Sparky. And go.
Go on Etsy. If you like minis, go check out Etsy. The minis that Sparky prints off and ships all over the world. Unbelievable. Like, some of them a little bit freaky. I don't like the hands. They're a bit weird. But unbelievable miniatures. Sparky's a cracking lad. You'll never walk alone. You'll understand. Please check him out. And is responsible for the character minis that you will see on the battles throughout the week. Printed them off and they're beautiful. Some mods are getting fired. HR, sort that out.
That's literally half of this table. What have I done?
I just clicked the link.
I've got my first reroll, guys.
Have you never clicked the link before? It's
That's
amazing,
Luke,
isn't
yeah?
it?
Is that Luke or Tim?
That's
Huh?
Luke.
Which one?
Luke.
Lucy, that's my, yeah.
Thank you, Luke.
That's mine.
Yeah, thanks for the
That's your
Fanta and
ex.
the Chris.
Yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend.
No, was it Fanta or Tango?
Huh? Fanta.
Fanta.
Other orange drinks are available.
Generic orange drink.
As well as 2 giant bags of crisps.
We've still got.
Yeah, but I pretty much...
And Jaffa cakes. The shop didn't send the Jaffa cakes.
yeah,
It's meant
make
to
a
be Jaffa
complaint,
cakes.
Luke.
Yeah.
Thank you for the rerolls.
I want extra
Um,
Jaffa cakes today, Luke.
The
If they need
reason...
proof, send them to the street.
The reason we're doing this, ignore the OnlyFans link, the reason we're doing this is every year, I should have said this yesterday actually, every year we do a charity stream, and in the last few years we've managed to raise £8,000 for various charities. So this year we've done 24 hours, we've done 48, 49 hours of marathons of gaming and one-shots and stuff, we've done other 24 hours, all done through tabletop and gaming in our hobbies. So this year we wanted to do something bigger. So we are doing Monday to Friday. Monday's already done. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to go. Noon till midnight. And we will be attempting to get you lot to donate as much money as you can and pass it around to as many of your friends as possible. You know, they complain when I don't do this shit.
I don't know what they're laughing about, and I want to know.
Rye's got no pants on. So, the... Happy birthday. And he's got the aircon all right under the... So the charities we're doing it for this year are MS UK, and they are a charity that supports those with MS through their journey having to deal with that as part of their life. Brilliant charity. Shelter, which help folk in homeless situations, another brilliant charity. And Papyrus, which helps the prevention of suicide in young folk.
We surpassed our target yesterday. We did 540.
Yeah.
Boom.
The day, yeah.
Nice.
We did 40 quid like overnight. So.
Yesterday, we managed to raise £540 before the end of the session, or bang on the end of the session. So that is unbelievable.
Same today.
Even if we
Same
could
today.
come close to that every day, by the end of the week, we'd have over £2,000, which would be brilliant for these charities. So if you've already donated, thank you very much. If you know people that are in a position that they can donate, just tell them. Just tell them to donate. Don't even tell them what it's for. Just take
Find
the
your
money.
rich mates, tell them.
Find your rich mates, take the money.
Potentially more as well because you're doing the bits thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bits of
Oh,
good.
yeah.
The bits,
bits
yeah, all the
going
bits
into-
you get that get donated this week will be
Denoted.
all these bits that get promoted, all the bits that get, what do you call it? Donated.
Donated. All the bits that get given.
Can't wait till you lot read my stories. Will be collected together and put into the pot as well. So if you can't donate through just giving for whatever reason, but you want to throw bits in, it'll all be going in the pot as well. So yeah, so this year, double
on.
on.
asked me to walk her through donating money online. I was like,
Just gives a tenner, man.
And we'll add it in money.
just send it to Mum. I'll get it. It's fine.
I'll sort it. So yeah, so please, if you can, or shout about us as loud as you can on all over the social medias, and we'll try and raise as much money as we can.
Is that the egg from this morning?
Oh God, is there
Millie's got an egg in
anything
chest.
else?
If you would like to receive live updates, go to our Twitter.
It's very funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, socials.
It's,
I've done the
we
socials
did
first
the
thing.
socials, the big
Right,
Prizes.
Twitter especially.
Prizes.
Oh, prizes!
Hey! We have been fortunate enough to have lots and lots of prizes donated to essentially raffle off. If you donate £5 to any of the 3 charities, your name goes in a hat. I need you to tell us on that donation what prize you're after, and you can put multiple donations of £5 in and your name goes up. It's per item, so you can't just put 7 donations in and you get for any of the items. It's a specific item. So you tell us what you're putting your name in for, and it's £5 a go. And it'll get drawn at the end of the...
Thanks, Tim.
You better use that health potion. And it'll be drawn at the end of the stream, probably a couple of days after, while we let things settle down, and we'll do a big hoorah of it. But yes, prizes at the moment consist of things like, and I forgot to mention this yesterday, we have a £100 gift voucher, which, yeah, I suppose if you donated £100 to win £100, but, you know, the lottery, baby. We've got axe throwing events, we've got escape room events, we've got candles, dice, maps, one-shots, money shots,
Hades naked calendar, one only.
no naked calendar.
One calendar only.
One, just January. Just January.
January the 1st.
My birthday,
Yeah.
24th of January calendar.
We could do like a character, like get some art done and do a calendar.
All right, we could discuss.
Heavyweight
We
gaming
could discuss.
Hannah,
rules
we'll
there.
talk after.
All right, we'll put it into marketing. All right.
I can draw 12.
That's it. Just leave it there. Just leave it
Draw
there.
12
You're
things.
telling me that I'm not about
What other prizes do we have? What other prizes do we have? Dragons. We have the glass dragons from Ashana.
Glass
We've got
dragon.
candles from 3 Trees and Bardic Inspiration
Got
and
any
dice
dice?
from Bardic
Yeah.
Inspiration. I believe.
Escape
Mel might tell me
room.
different.
Escape room and axe throwing is from my dad's business in
Yeah.
Norfolk. Axes and escapes.
Axes in Escape.
You get-
At the moment, on
He
the
went all out on that,
command-
didn't he?
On the command,
Keep it
you will-
simple.
There is a link on there to some of the prizes, just some of the prizes that we are going to be giving away. So we've got printed miniatures from Sparking Co, £25 gift voucher
Sparking
from 3
Co.
Trees Candle Co, £100 gift voucher because money, 6-month subscription to Syrian Escape, some maps from Loki Map Maps, Axe Throwing and Escape Room from Axes and Escapes, limited edition dice box from Hero Vault.
Yeah.
That's the one that
That's
we
a big
keep
one.
forgetting.
Yeah.
How many of those are made? It was
At least one.
maybe you 2.
Maybe I love that. Maybe
We say a number,
One.
they can't back out of it because
a
it's for
one
charity.
shot.
just don't say a number. Just leave it. If we say it's 15 to win.
A one shot with heavy for you and 4 friends. That also applies to.
So that means 5 of them.
Yes. So 5 people total.
That's
6
a
of
lot of
us.
You chose that.
It was
Because you put one
and
of us in a
3.
room.
No, you said one of
Are we
4.
raffling the?
The mini. So Sparky & Co has printed me a mini that will
A mini,
a mini, yeah.
a maxi.
That took 4 of us to carry in. It will be raffled off at the end of the week, and it will just be a bidding war. So it'll be anyone that's online at the time gets to bid for it.
You'll be up against all of
I will
us.
tell you
We're
when that bidding
traumatised
war
by
is
it.
going to start, and if you can't be online and you want to send me a message, I will reserve your bid. But it is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. You will be competing against Rich.
We go in together. We go in together if we pay half and half, and then we'll like share custody.
What, one of you gets the base, one of you gets the mini?
No, I'll just take it to Tony's every week, and then we'll give it back.
Just off to Tony,
Every other weekend.
And obviously you will see it when it comes out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit of a surprise. We'll do a bit of an unboxing of it when it gets to it. I have never ever put one of these in a game, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We
And those of you that will recognise it when it lands on the table, it don't have the stats you think it's got.
I think I know what it is now, and I would be surprised if it has the same set.
Oh, you definitely. I think you were hot cold. You were super hot way back when, but keep it to yourself. So, are we good to go?
No, not anymore. No, not after you've said that.
How
Go on.
about we just don't?
I mean, there's a little Tiamat in that box that I've seen. So.
There are no dragons in Colossus,
Apart from the last
but there are
one,
massive
obviously,
wyverns
dragons.
that eat
Is that Tiamat or is that a Chimera?
That's my little tumour.
my little team.
My little Tiamat. It's like My Little Pony, but
So, who wants to do a recap for yesterday for re-rolls? Not Eddie.
Yes,
Wants
Eddie.
to what, sorry?
Do a recap.
Eddie is
Eddie
the-
did a 36 session recap.
Yeah.
You lot should be able to remember
Eddie is
one
the
session.
author of our
I read
adventure.
yesterday.
Yeah, and you were the readers of it. So read what
Oh
he
my
wrote.
God, 12 hours
If you would like a recap on what happened yesterday,
Head over to Twitter.
head over to Twitter.
Penglai.
Excellent.
I'm glad.
It's a safe word now.
Eddie might have to pass
Penglai.
it on
I'm
phone.
never present for the actual story, so.
we started in Spoonface's house.
Estelle.
Spoonface.
6 hours later, you left.
Spoonface. We went down the road. There's a dwarf selling things that makes your feet bigger. It might make other stuff bigger, but he wasn't sure.
He said it definitely made your hands bigger.
Which would actually be disappointing for a lot of
About the
people. Maybe
Wolverine.
not.
Go on, Eddie.
God, you know you want to.
So
You're the only one getting a reroll.
You'll just look at me in disgust if I do it.
What if we
Nice.
chime in with relevant things?
I actually like to, the relevant thing here was if I read the book as well, which has actually unlocked a hell of a lot.
Theory of found
learning
the plot.
about the Celestial Hammer, the Hydra,
I saw you
Um,
black
the
pen
Boar,
and
the
paper.
Mamphian, the Sky Trident, Thalia, which we eventually find out some more details about. So talking about the mountain, Penglai, talking about how there were 7, and then the 12 were said to have stepped in, but there were some tales of how the 7 actually put Penglai back to sleep.
What was the name of the 7 in their group?
It was
The
It was the Agassier. I've written that down.
Yeah, the Agassier. Anyway, so then the dwarf selling the ointment with a Wolverine with a copper longsword as well. That was an important part of it.
Yeah.
You had Rhea hearing demon voices.
Even in my brain.
Demon in the brain while flying off in the distance, almost forgetting Jeremiah.
I love you
Uh,
made a note of that specifically.
It could have been important.
Yeah, because I were getting hate mail from the Tuesday lot.
Yeah,
They went. The group then kind of dispersed to try and find out more information about the 7, etc. Learning about Bahamut being the leader, carrying the blood of Penglai, giant-blooded, incredibly strong, said to have strangled a silver dragon. Any of them was a serpent with lots of heads. Some rode steeds, dragons, Pegasuses, control named mounts. Bahamut rode Dinos the Terrible. Anian rode was an arcane practitioner and rode Pedagras the Swift. And Hamanfield rode a hound called the Lantern Shining. And rode a divine magic of Penglai. Thalia captained a ship called the Serenian Hind. And they could sail in both sea and air.
How didn't that go down? Carry on. You carry on.
Learning more about the moth and
that's
the butterfly, which had become family crests of the Asimar, which had originally come from Everdorn. So Althea then went shopping as well, buying a censer and blossom paperweight. But then the party met Gerion, who was probably one of the greatest characters so far.
I want it lower.
Basically talking ear off about the past and old times and how he was there
It
and
never
through it
fell
all,
off.
etc. An elf who claimed to have kind of lived through it all, been on the Serenian Hind. all
Didn't
that
claim
sort of
it. Lived it.
Lived
right.
it. While they were talking to him, Bjorn
This is the last time.
managed to buy 3 battle axes,
We know.
An acidic one, a flaming one, and a foresight one. Phasing out here, talking to Garion, learning about who lived on the Serenian Hind. Talked about Musa, the artist of the Fey realm, using blood to paint pictures, usually to give a boon to the person they painted the blood with. Neraliath, the giant lady, who said that the
Not so formal, isn't it? And like you'll be polite. Giant lady.
Who said the blue giants that we see around are said to be her children. Rode the seas, and used to carry the ship when there was no winds. And then Magali Volta, a dwarf from Azerite, and an amazing person to be around. Always kind of knew what was happening, etc. The voice kind of was more prophet-like. Used to guide Bahamut well. Had 2 daughters. One was blind, one was deaf. Everybody talked about the favoured 4 because of their Bahamut was hella strong, amazing, and also a mega bard.
A mega bard.
Spun tales in the tavern. Lenian was a massive snake, so it was memorable. Hamanfian was a werebore. Neraliath gave herself to the sea to create the children side of things. Musa returned to the Feylands, but not after she carried out the boons. I already covered that.
Oh, sorry.
Unbelievable.
So I'm proud that I've got notes. I'm proud that I've got notes.
Yeah. Magali Volta wouldn't give away the daughters. Pengai demanded that he hand over his daughters. Bahamut kicked off and turned against Pengai in defence of Magali Volta because he basically seen that these adopted daughters meant so much to him. The daughters were Fey and Draconic aligned. Bahamut honoured the fact and saw that the Pengai, the Magali Volta saw them as daughters and turned against Pengai. Bahamut asked Magali Volta to basically leave, go find somewhere safe to live, all that sort of stuff, and then he'd take the daughters and protect them because naturally Bahamut would protect everything. Bahamut then killed a silver dragon called Namian, tearing across Satoria. The 7 then, through various different tales, managed to put the Pengai to sleep. Some say it was a 12, but most say it was other say it was a 7, etc. Using mighty magics and rituals, potentially a lullaby from a mighty bard.
A mega bard.
Musa, Hamanfian and Magali Volta might still be alive, sort of things. One in the forest in the centre of Victoria. One obviously in the Fey realms. Lento's the one where we had to go towards the forest in the centre. This is where the pass is. Happy days. Then the performance of Velush happened. So Velush managed to convince Bjorn to trade 3 axes for 1. Probably the greatest trade of his life.
Oh yeah.
Velush then took him to a tavern, did a performance, nailed a performance, I should say. Sold 2 axes, gave another one away to an elven lady who looked basically like a low-level adventurer, and said, "Remember the name." Then Bjorn learnt about the axe, turning out it was the axe of the Royal Guard of the kind of Azerite dwarfs. Learning it was one of four weapons in which the Queen's Royal Guard held back in the day. Very druidic in nature. Azerite dwarfs were said to be the kind of ones who were the founders of druidism, all that sort of stuff. It was cursed, so Bjorn would eventually start turning into a dwarf over the next 7 days if he was to attune to it. But with that, it has a lot of kind of powers, etc., that come with it. Then Rhea came flying back in, talking about the demons in her head, bound to a demon called Tal Shaman, a notorious kind of demon in the demonic realm, with an alluring kind of charming presence, but was the owner of the little kind of little demon that Rhea tried to bind. Party fought against it as Estelle did the ritual to kind of banish it. The party then got Estelle to teleport them to Bronze Falls, when they arrived in Bronze Falls, the party dispersed into their various temples, trying to find out information, trying to talk to their deities, their gods, etc. Taking in the sights and sounds of Bronze Falls, being a beautiful place, all that side of things. FaZe talked to the Red Lady. Was most prominently told, "Don't let the wolf win. If the wolf walks with the mountain, I lose my throne, and this cannot be." Bjorn spoke to Costo. To walk my path is not an easy task. Is kind of the main theme of it. Vengeance does not mean killing. You walk as close to me as any other. Basically, keep doing what you're doing. Althea kind of lent into the peacock side of things, trying to learn more about the kind of deities, etc. And also notably found a cat that seemed out of place and didn't want to be there, but wouldn't leave the temple. Etheria went to the Cherry Blossom Temple, where it went dark. Etheria sensed a presence, got jumped by an entity later to be found out as Ren, working for Everdark, and basically poisoned and taken, now we know, to the Shadowfell. Meanwhile, a little turtle was in the kind of tavern area, leaving marks of the wolf, to then eventually speak to what we now know to be Wolfbearer, a giant basically, who said Everdark had basically killed their brother, so it was on a kind of quest for vengeance. So the little turtle, naturally seeing the quest for vengeance, pointed them in the direction of Bjorn. So then the party got back together, discovered that Everdark had taken Etheria to the Shadowfell through various different means, speaking to Hannah and Yuki, discovering stuff about the Cherry Blossom Temple, finding a mirror, that sort of thing, piecing all the clues together. Basically then, Wolfbearer kind of getting involved in the scrying rite, Everdark looking back, it all kind of manifested in the party deciding they were going to go to the Shadowfell. The party then got in touch with Alexander. Alexander came to the Bronze Falls, not before a certain little night market, quotation marks, night market trade, in which a lot of money was spent on 2 tuning forks.
Unnecessarily.
I'll skim a little bit over the kind of amounts of money that changed hands, but it actually worked out in the end, because let's say we've got 2 sets now that we can use for various different things. Yeah, exactly. Plan B is always a good thing. Anyway, so then the party arrived back got back together in the morning, to then basically head off with Alexander and Wolfbearer to the Shadowfell, and that is where we've left it.
Do we need to time these each morning? Do you see?
This is the reason why we need to go live earlier.
Do you want me to just half an hour before jump on and give the recap?
The thing is, everyone's really impressed with Eddie's note taking. He's got access to his Google Drive. He's just reading his cliff notes.
It's the other way around. He just tells me what to do the next day.
I see him jump on mine.
Just scrolling through that. I need to remember.
They're just cheating.
I haven't cheated. I'm just writing notes.
He's got that special bard dice that don't roll out but a 19. So, you ready to die?
He's just dead.
Hang on, we're currently still in the thing.
I'm ready to live.
I'm ready to live.
Predictions say no.
You
So
are.
wake up, someone ever.
Yeah, there was a poll. You all suck.
Only
By 1%.
51% of you suck.
We've been against worse
Majority
odds,
of
it's
that was
fine.
Sparky.
The poll was just me and Anna. I said you were going to die. I said you were going to live. But, I'm fine.
I was Switzerland, just saying.
Covered in chocolate.
Charlie?
TPK. See, Charlie's also got access to the notes.
I almost ran into that. I started reading. What happens next?
Oh, 570.
Hey!
Oh, 30 quid from Karen and Eddie.
Oh.
Ah, thanks,
Did you
Eddie.
know?
Eddie, I.e.
Yeah, it's a little idea.
A little
Oh.
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, has she got a little boy
Yeah.
called Eddie?
I hope so.
Oh, okay. I thought she put it from
She's
you.
been calling him Eddie
You
for
didn't
years.
know.
The jokes that we were making this morning
Mm.
about Little Eddie,
Mm.
it wasn't about what you thought it was. It was about a miniature version of Eddie.
I get you now.
I hope they're not watching.
Thanks, Karen and Little Eddie.
I did not pick up on that.
And then a
Met
demon
Karen.
came in the room.
So we're
Right.
still in the.
You're still in Bronze Falls.
Okay.
You're literally just about to set one of the tuning forks off
Cool.
that is attuned to the Shadowfell to a place called the Grey Valley.
Who's casting Flame Shift?
Why does it make it sound
Um,
like a grenade when he says set one off?
Wolfbear.
Okay.
Alexander's going to cast to get you back. He's going to cast you to get you there. So they're both holding on to plane shift.
I'm going to stand.
They're holding on to a spell slot,
Like
right?
they've both got like their level 7 spell slots cannot be used.
I am going to stand next to Wolfbearer and place my hand on his shoulder.
And it made me proud
You too.
that you went like that with your hands. Something we missed in the recap.
I'm going to lift up
Bjorn is now
Bjorn.
4'11". Did you say that?
Yeah, 4
I didn't
foot
say the
11.
exact figure.
Oh,
because
right,
I
yeah.
4 foot left.
figured
So-
even by this time it might got smaller.
Well, it's day 2 now, isn't it? So it will be when you get back from this. You'll find out what's changing next.
Nose. Slightly rounder.
I'm going to go into the description section, do beyond, and change my stats.
You're going to be doing
Okay.
that all day.
Get a new mini as well.
Yeah. You know that
Sparky.
dwarf you've got? Sparky.
We're summoning
Sparky.
you.
FaZe, are you ready to come and fight?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Behind
It's
the
not a
door.
request. It's a genuine question.
I went to get drunk, so that's fine.
Okay.
Not a big one. meditation. And then I couldn't find it. And then I spent 5 minutes looking for it and I put it. I'm back now.
Cool. Right. The same voice. Wolfbearer stands, prepares the spell, holds the tuning fork close, reminds you that it is an instant cast. So as soon as he's cast it, you have 6 seconds to get into the portal he creates. You are unsure. You know that Etheria is near the Grey Valley. You are unsure where in the Grey Valley. So this will either get them really close to Etheria, or give you time to get to Etheria. Your plan, I believe, was if you're nowhere near Etheria in the immediate vicinity, that FaZe will be casting, locate person. Yeah, casting, and you'll be immediately summoning an echo because you've got them for days. Is it limited per day? Mercer? Right.
It's just a bonus action.
If
It only has 1 hit point. If it gets hit, it's gone. I have to resummon it and waste a fucking...
Yeah, completely balances it
I can
out.
swap places from it and attack from it.
Attack from it,
I just
advantage from it.
do an AoE permanently doing 1 damage.
I
Around
do
everyone.
that. I do that as an
Everyone.
asthma.
It's a bonus action cantrip that lets her teleport, basically.
Tony, you'll lose.
Yeah, but on the other turn, I can't do it.
Like,
It's
they-
very turn
They're
like
kitted, mate.
tense.
Like, they've got stuff. They're more levels than you. Like, we're going to wow with fables. Jeremiah's a sleeper
this
agent.
week.
Jeremiah's a sleeper agent. Like, but it's Richard I'm worried about.
Richard's our sleeper agent we're going to send to
I'm
them.
going to set the cockroach against your echo.
They've both got 1 hit points.
I was going to say,
You don't know the cockroach.
it all comes down to who strikes first.
Gloss and cockroaches.
I wanted to put a new hashtag and I typed in Richard. Didn't want that.
Hashtag Richard. Eh?
If we get Jeremiah, can we send
Hand job
Richard to the Tuesday lot? We'll just keep each other's pets.
Ruby's already got a new one. She don't need no cockroach.
Oh, she moves on quick.
Yeah.
Let Jeremiah know.
I
As
will.
soon as Richard gets there, one of them will step on him. Cockroach.
Wolfbearer casts plane shift. The portal goes a shadowy, misty, black and grey sort of swirling cloud. You got 6 seconds.
I walk through the ball.
I go looking for the day market.
You know, for
Boom.
the record, I don't even like it.
Althea's in.
Yeah.
Affairs.
Yeah. Yes.
Tony.
My
Ryan.
face the trainer goes.
Etheria goes the other way.
Unless explicitly stated.
No.
Not anymore.
Hey, look a portal. I roll into it.
Where's it all gone?
And Alexander goes with you as well.
Oh, I wanted to get.
That brief second of
G'day.
all
Wanted to get
colour
Hannah.
being taken from you. Happy birthday, Rich. All colour being taken. You're all colourblind for the day. Yeah.
Hey!
7 hours.
Apart from your
Yeah.
see extra.
Yeah.
Every light on this colour on the
Sirenscape.
Sorry.
What a name of a soundtrack. Something's out there. And now I need to see how loud this.
Thanks, Charlie. Please make Charlie. Charlie is a mod. Perfect.
Yeah, she's a mod.
Didn't even realise Charlie was a mod.
The-
What is wrong with me?
Charlie wants for our.
Hey, Char, can you send a list
Yeah.
of staff out, please?
Oh,
So-
just fire me.
I
You're
don't need
fired.
to. I told you I don't deal with the firings.
That's HR.
Say Char. It's actually Velk. It's just. Bye.
Andrew,
Hey, you don't say
P45.
anything, you just open a door and smile.
And there's another door,
Yeah.
which is
Fine,
the
fine.
exit to the building.
That door's just a cupboard with
Charlie's HR.
what's his
There you
name
go.
in it.
Charlie won't
Sketch.
get feisty.
Oh,
Thinks
Charlie-
it's all
Charlie's
to die and wants to fire everyone here.
Belka's HR would be Hannah thinks she's had enough of
this
this
is-
Job.
Hannah
It's
thinks
not
it's
so
time
much
to
that
move
she's
on.
fired, but she wants
To leave.
Right, that is a tender subject right now.
Well, unlucky because I'm HR.
Right. You've transported, plane shifted to the Shadowfell. The plane of grey and horrible, boring colorations. I need one of you to roll a percentile roll against Everdark.
Squirty dark.
Oh,
Squirty
really?
dark. Squirty dark. Oh my god.
Boom! Don't know where they
Uh, 26.
yeah. 26.
Maybe we get no play roll it.
Did you find out what I rolled
What is
yesterday?
that now?
Cool. When you land, as the cloud of shadow dissipates from you all, you kind of all look around a little bit, sea legs. You are on a landscape that truly is nothing but shades of grey. It doesn't even get to black. It just before. It still holds similar visuals like buildings and populaces in the distance. There are forests, there are clouds, there are rolling hills. But where you seem to be stood is on a bit of a plain land where you can see a lot of these geographical features. You are high up. The valley must be nearby. It is a valley, so it's not like a cheeky 2-minute thing. Wolfbearer confirms that wherever this was attuned to, this is the Grey Valley in the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
There are a couple of village-like density levels of villageness. There we go. That's going in the book. Not too far from you. Nothing seems to be heavily populated. There doesn't seem to be any cities or heavy towns. You're almost, material realm-wise, probably like farmland, but you don't see any farmers or anything. But there are grey-grassed fields and fields with nobody working them.
Is there any running water? Yes, it's a relevant question.
Give me a
I've lost my damn
give
mind.
me a perception check. You're going to follow it into the valley.
No. Of course not. I'm essentially on DnD Beyond when I checked off. Let's go and
I'm
look
going.
for
I'm
perception.
going by the psi. I don't think your modifier's going up. -7. 5.
5.
So, being of Ravenholm, planar research is quite high. Arcane wielders love it. You know there is,
Saving them for the big combat.
bodies of water in the Shadow Realm as any other plane. But you can't see one or hear one in your immediate vicinity.
Or use of
Okay.
walls.
So I can cast locate creature, and as long as we're within 1,000 feet of this area,
How many feet you got?
we'll find her.
They're not big though, you didn't buy that one.
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah, they're on the small, size 3.
Is it directional? Says Wolfbearer.
I don't believe so. No.
And it how do you know to follow it? Does it just pull you towards it, or
It literally just tells you exactly where it is. You know, describe a name. I'll show you. Describe or name a creature that's familiar to you. You can sense the direction of the creature's location as long as that creature's within 1,000 feet of you. So it's just
Yeah, so you get a directional pull of where
That's
you're going.
that's the
That's the
like a
information I
magnetic
needed.
pull towards them. Yeah.
Well, I don't know the Shadow Realm, so I will take your lead on this. And you're literally in a field. Like there are a few structures nearby. There's no horrendous fair Lord of Death immediately in your vicinity. Turn around.
When you're looking around, rather than Velk being there is a 3'2" dark furred satyr with curled horns,
Don't come here, he says fucking character.
a dark blackish goatee, like grey kind of fur underneath, and then like a black moustache, just
Black moustache.
This is
curled up.
To level up.
We're branching out.
Sketch out the black moustache.
They don't pay attention, mate. We've discovered this.
Just sat in the long grass nearby, just whistling.
Hello?
That's what you
Really nailed that.
That's a ballsy choice of accent there.
keep that up for the next 4 days.
Or just
Hello.
change that to Velk.
Are you here to help
Here to help. Who?
us while we try and find our friend Etheria?
I mean, I can find people.
Are you from the Shadow Belt? Do you live here?
Well, I think so.
What's your name?
Whistles in darkness.
Nice to meet you, Whistles.
Can we call you Whistles or do we have to say the
Sure.
whole thing? Whistles.
I love how we have to establish this.
Wait. Bjorn is having a thought that is not born outside of my brain.
Strap in.
I seem to remember someone, either last night or this morning, as we were planning for the Shadowfell, mentioning that we would find allies whistling in the darkness.
Yes?
Like literally their exact words.
Yes? And they're not here. So
I've never done the spell before, so I'm unsure if your friend Velk is lost or.
No, we pretty
No.
much know where he is.
As long as you're happy he's safe.
It's fine.
He's always with us.
Okay, my respects.
he'll be fine. He's not dead.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
I'm so done with this shit already.
Would you like to come with
Don't,
us,
whi-
Whistles?
don't whistle. Alright, you're setting off the whammers.
Yeah.
Every time they bark, all my audio bars go. We get it.
Right,
Your
let's
method.
figure out.
Hums in darkness.
I'll write your Whistles sign and hold it up. Would you like to come with us, Whistles? It's quite dangerous, but hopefully we're pretty confident. Well, I am.
Going ahead is dangerous.
Take this.
It sounds fun. Where are you going?
We're not quite sure yet. FaZe, who's the lady over there, the half and half. She's about to.
Wow.
She's about to. What's wrong with that? Half stone, half person.
Metal.
Someone
All beautiful.
She could have called her a monk.
Eh?
No, alright, that was okay.
Yeah, exactly.
She's gonna cast a spell that will hopefully tell us where our friend is that we need to go and get.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Okay. There are a lot of
Alexander hugs you.
There are a lot of mean things in this place. A lot of good things too. But a lot of mean things.
Would you suggest that we be quiet to avoid such mean things? We can manage it to an
I
extent.
mean, if you're trying to find somebody, I mean, it depends how you're trying to find them. You
Well-
could yell.
No.
Magic was gonna be the.
Assuming I'm within 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet's pretty far.
Yeah.
So
Decent.
Let's hope.
It's decent.
It's decent. Let's see how it goes. And I'm going to, and it lasts for up to an hour. So once I've cast it,
Yeah, hot
I'll have
cold,
to
hot
get
cold.
going.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is concentration or does it just last for an hour?
It is concentration.
Okay.
Just keep concentration up for the whole hour.
Oh yeah. That's fine. I can concentrate for an hour.
He's just gone unconscious.
How concentration spells work.
I didn't know if it was a. Yeah.
The mechanic of it is.
I'm going to cast Locate Creature.
Okay. Give me a D100, Tony. And by that I mean roll a D100. Don't just give me a
Roll
D100.
I'm gonna. Althea will like get her sword out and kind of stand next to Faze protectively as Faze starts setting up her kind of components and whatever to cast as well.
I mean, it's not ritual. I literally go.
Alright, I'll come in.
Have you ever played this game? You're usually like mechanically on it, like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm probably standing there doing that.
You
Oh,
alright?
stop role playing.
How far is this?
Disgusting.
I think it's like 300 metres. It's like the length of a running, or like a running track around. So you could probably, you
Which
might need
is-
to move.
400.
Yeah, like, there's
But it follows it.
Three-quarters of it,
Yeah.
yeah. But we'll have to move at the same time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
once
yeah,
I
that's
cast
literally
it-
what she just said. She'll see where it is and then hot called it. You reckon it's, well, you don't reckon, you know, it's in a north-easterly direction.
Okay.
There is nothing on the other half of the compass.
That away. And
A whim away.
Start walking.
Where are you? I was wondering if you could fly up. You
Yeah,
have
go on.
keener eyes than the rest of us, and if you look, you see if there's
No.
anyone
Go
there.
on.
If you look and see if there is anyone there.
Too
Who knows?
short.
Now everyone knows where we are.
We don't need.
I didn't realise you wanted to yell.
Was she run off?
I don't.
Yawn, shut up!
I'm leaving. I need different
You
friends.
see loads of like red lasers.
Whistles, do you want to come? Whistles, you in? Let's go. No, let's just take off.
Yeah, yeah.
You said you wanted to do it.
I don't know if you're aware.
That's why I keep saying turn around.
Many words to explain something that
I can't do it, but yeah.
Fly,
So-
look, people.
Start following
Do you
the
wanna fly
phase.
up? Ah, yeah, sound.
Alexander Wolfberry. Cool. Can you do that? No.
Dark fire in shadow film.
So roll perception check. Are you attempting to look for stuff or just flying around?
Nah, just, yeah, no, yeah.
I got to ask. I've got to ask. You lot have, you know, taught me some things about how D&D happens. I just need to check. Rolling hills of pink and teal sky.
Yeah.
That's where Etheria is in the brain.
I suppose I'll have to write about Candy Floss land there.
Yay.
You lot need to stop making shit up.
One in the pack, Colossus.
23.
Cool. So, other than seeing the things when you first land in and you go up and you now see this rolling landscape or what would be farmland, all the huts and farmhouses and stuff and the barns, they're all broken and ruined. They look disused. You can't see anything that will give you any sign of life. In the direction that Faze is beginning to walk, concentrating on her magical spell, northeasterly direction, you do see a few more farmhouses, and the flicker in the window is akin to that of firelight or candlelight, but there is no bright orange, but there is the flickering sort of silhouettes on the glass panes.
Okay.
So there is something in a northeasterly direction.
Just a query. Are we in colour, or have we become muted? Because when we saw Etheria was still bright pink, and I just wondered if we stand out because we're colourful.
You are not as bright, but you still hold the colourings of whatever it is you're wearing, and
The same as always.
yeah. If anything, you look bright here.
I mean, oh wait, shit, no, I'm a scout. Ah.
Bzz, I didn't mean that. Hello!
Yeah.
The bad guys are over there. To be fair, if you flew in the air and did that, the bad guys are going to be like, shit. They brought an angel.
Like the bat signal in the sky.
So if you do divine light behind her.
Ray is just going to kind of swoop down.
What were your perception check? 20.
23
In the sky, in the same direction.
in the northeasterly direction.
Yep. There are creatures with wings and humanoid bodies. There could be bird folk or people in like just in this from this range. They just have humanoid bodies, but they have wings. You don't know if they're magical wings that they're holding on to, or if they're part of their bodies, or what. You just see that sort of shape.
Oh, this bitch.
Okay. What?
Thanks for that.
I'm gonna keep walking with my hand outstretched.
Raya's gonna
Perfect.
swoop down, not land to continue to walk with them, but kind of like
Just ahead.
glide
Yeah,
above
yeah.
them. So northeast, there loads of ruins as we can see. Look, like one of them's got like a flickering light. Doesn't quite look like candles, but there is like a flickering light. Could be something there, but also things that have wings are also in that area.
Like you? Like your type? Or just birds?
Maybe. Not birds.
They're not birds. You
Not
know they're not
angels.
birds.
Not birds, but also can't confirm me.
Are they like your size, like humanoid size, or are they little? Okay.
No, yeah, humanoid, but
It's not like just moths or something. They're like
I
big.
think she
No.
knows the difference between moths and.
Well, that's why I'm clarifying. There are
Right.
things with wings. I'm
I'll be
getting the
honest.
information.
Nice.
well, from that far away, I'd be very impressed with my eyesight if there were moths out there.
Oof.
What about giant ones?
No,
Oh,
because
What about
moths-
coloss and moths?
Yeah, it's really dangerous.
Literally, like the initial session we all had, I was like, please, can we not have
Oh,
nasty
sorry.
things with moths?
Humming.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That wasn't very specific.
Althea's gonna walk with like a sword and shield out, like kind of ready. She's
Okay.
a bit like yeah. It's uncomfortable to walk like that, but she's like
Paranoid.
yeah.
The
paranoid and ready.
The thing that stands out the most is how muted sound is here. Like to say there's not a lot in front of you and you're walking across plainlands, like there's no heavy thud of boots or anything, it just seems muted. Not silent, just muted a bit. Dampened. As you get closer and closer to the farmhouse that Raya talked about, the flickering silhouette, like you now see it, you can see it in the windows. Something gets picked up, there's a silhouette behind of, well, when the light shifts it's hard to see a silhouette of a person, but there's something picked the light up, moved it, and then it goes dark in the building. And it is maybe 50 feet to your, not immediate left, but you're going north-east, so it's a little bit north.
So we're literally passing it like,
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
So
We should. We cannot leave enemies at their back.
Or it might be
Kill the farmer.
it might be friends that well people that
Perhaps.
I'll say it's Shadowfell. Doubtful it's friends.
That's not
But
true.
I mean,
That's
Velk told us that there might be people on the way. Not everyone in the Shadowfell is necessarily evil or out to get us.
you also have to now know that it probably knows we're here.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So if it hasn't already attacked us now,
See, it's coming.
or well, if it hasn't already attacked us, it might be friendly. We're literally right outside the house.
We've turned up as a posse of people with weapons. They might be scared of us. They might get the wrong idea about us.
It's the bird creatures again, like they probably know we're here now.
That,
Everything.
so, on the bird creatures, they're further ahead in the sky, because obviously where you were judging, it's, you know.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seemed right.
So as you get to this farmhouse, like I said, it's about 50 feet on your left,
Keep her.
straight in front of you in the direction you're going, and you can see the lay of the land that you are, like the mountains, you're like just looking at the mountains that are off in the distance, you can see that the lay of the land, you're high up. And you can see it, not dip, but you can see the gradient. The decline, that's the word I was looking for, later on in the walk. But the bird creatures this close now, you can see the shapes of them rather than detail, but they do look to be of a medium size, 4'11" to 6'1", say, you know what I mean? But they're definitely, as Raya said, they have arms, legs, torso. Like again, features are they're still a bit far away, but you can see, just comparatively, like they're medium-sized creatures like yourselves,
Now that I need them closer,
except Velk.
and I've got really good eyes.
Or are you claiming good eyes now, whereas before
Yeah,
you were
we were
like,
claiming bad eyes.
you can have a perception check if you want. Now I've been to opticians, dear.
Yeah.
Now I've got contact.
Turning on my good
Lazy.
eyes.
Unseelie contacts. Just clown nose.
18.
18? They look natural. Like their physique, build, the wings, the way they are flying is natural rather than.
Do they look like something I have encountered before?
From this distance, the detail's not quite there, but you know, unseelie fae, and you fly. You ain't the only unseelie fae that flies. No matter what rare thing.
Shall we advance or knock on the door and see?
I would like to.
Perception check from one of you, all of you, towards the farm.
I will do that then.
Or is that we had a look at his sheet today, have we?
I'm the scout for today.
21.
I don't do it then.
You can still do it.
He said all of you.
Oh, we can all do it. Oh.
Yeah, whereas I'm clearly concentrating on something else.
Yeah, yes. Is that,
17.
you are still able to if you want.
My eyes aren't.
I think I'm
the best.
concentrating. I'm trying to, you know, they're dealing with shit.
9.
9?
My eyes aren't the best. In 5 minutes.
My eyes aren't.
Oh,
as-
yeah.
I've been focusing
The
too much.
contact,
Things
is
are
it
blurry.
contact up the eyelid, is it?
You're
Like,
focusing too much on what's far away.
She's still adjusting to the
farms are
grayscale
above us.
of. Yeah.
so what did you get, 21?
20 non-natural.
9.
You two.
I'm better than Althea.
At this.
Put it out over the table.
Let's start benching something, shall
That's all
we?
that is.
Cool, you roll perception, I'll roll attack. What you two notice is, don't hear, but towards the front of the farmhouse, the windows that were slightly ajar, it's not ajar, close, curtains come down, the main door of the farmhouse, kind of just in place, moves a little bit as if it's been locked. Yep. 21 and 19 was it? 21 and 20. You see, like the movement in the windows of the house going upstairs, curtains being closed at each window, and you catch a glimpse of 2 silhouettes of similar size to yourselves, and a smaller one as the curtains are getting closed and stuff.
I think perhaps a family that does not want to get involved. Maybe it is better that we leave them alone. We already know what direction the theory is.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say yeah, but I would feel more comfortable if we just let them know that we're not here to hurt them. I'm not gonna. And Althea starts making towards the.
They don't need to know.
But I just want them to. I want to whisper through the door like we're not dangerous. Like I'm scared that they're gonna. I'm scared that they're gonna
As a
come after
father-
us.
As a father, I've said to my kids, if someone whispers through the door, tell them to go away.
I would imagine that would be very intimidating. Just pass by and then they'll know we're not going to hurt them.
We're not here to kill you.
Let me Kevin McAllister be vegan.
Yeah.
through the closed curtains and windows and
I'm sure one of them is speaking.
When you wave, you see the peak, but they
Just
don't.
carry on.
Yeah.
They don't want to be involved.
You're walking with them. Alexander and Wolfbearer are they've left. We'll go get Theory ourselves.
I'm still that way. Still that way.
Can you give me another D100, please, Tony?
If you could roll well, Tony.
I don't know what well is on a D100.
No, neither do I. But just do it anyway.
Tony
Rolling
is
for-
determining whenever Dad.
Oh, I don't want that.
13.
13. Well, they kept
Why is Tony the one who gets to roll to decide whenever
Yeah,
time?
that's absurd.
because I
idea.
wanted the odds weighted in my favour.
May the odds be forever in your favour.
How do you even tell what that one's landed on?
We just know it's
But it's-
low, Reed, don't worry about it.
You just picks a number between 1 and 20.
I picked something on that side.
Yeah.
It's Tony's dice. The answer is 2.
The answer is.
Why am I using your dice? Why didn't I go and get my own before I came in?
I think it was 13.
Yeah, I think it was. It was just. It looks so spherical. I don't see how it can land. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
right, yeah,
Like,
there's no edge on it.
literally. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a
It is.
Well, it's on
Yeah.
the page.
It is divoted, but yeah, it's just.
Ribbed for his
So that's 36.
their rolls.
my advantage and
Yeah,
disadvantage.
I'll touch it.
Right,
I've rolled to that
Faze.
Yeah.
The direction it's pulling you towards starts to veer away from there's about a dozen of these creatures in the sky. So let's say they're in the sky, it starts to veer off slightly to their right towards, there is a small copse of trees with a grey bark and an ashen like leaf growing upon the trees. From here, you do see a body of water within beyond those copse of trees, and the creatures are now on your left. Not like left, but they're kind of up here. They are, if you were to straight line into the sky, maybe 80 feet, 100 feet away. Like, it's hard to judge.
Between me and Etheria, because it's important to the spell. The spell might not work as well.
It is.
So hang on, I'll explain that part of the spell for you.
Just.
The spell can't locate a creature running water at least 10 feet wide, blocks a direct path between you and the creature. So it wouldn't give me. You could either say it wouldn't give me anything, or it wouldn't give me a actual location.
It's in the direction of the water, and that's where the connection goes. So you can either know that the water's blocking it, but it's in that direction. So either Etherea's at the lake, or you step over the lake.
If the lake's not running water, if it's just a stationary lake, I think we need to get down there and see it and make a decision.
So as soon as you aim it towards the lake, connection drops. But you still, the spell stays up, you don't lose the spell.
So, because of the lake, I can't track Etheria. We need to get in that direction and keep our eyes open. And if it's past the lake, then it should start working again.
Okay, so you can't track through the water.
Lost signal.
Lost signal.
Okay, so we need to go. We're going round the lake.
But keep your eyes open for anywhere Etheria could be hidden, because she's definitely in that direction.
Would this be worth a by Rhea? She goes
And flies.
I love the surprise on Hannah's face every time. Oh, I'm here.
The one thing I can do that none of else can do.
You fly up the copse of trees that are around the edge of the lake. It's not a massive lake, but you won't want to swim across it. Well, you might. You know, you're all adventurers and nails. There are a couple of small rowboats for folk to row across. There's the trees kind of just stay around the lake. There's more plainlands that go away. I say closer to the mountains. They look bigger now. But the lake itself slows, and then there is a flow where the river runs into where the land starts to carve into the valley itself. Being that you were landed at the Grey Valley, you're not overly shocked that you see the land change slightly.
You know, each time she does that, she's just letting the Shadowfell know where we are.
Sure, but it's also helping us know what we're looking for. She's grey. I mean, she's about as camouflaged as it's possible to get.
Give me a perception check.
Does she look much different?
Yes, Hannah.
I wasn't sure if we were just lazy eyeing and actually looking
Well,
at
it's,
But she's not in the same place.
But we were both lazy on at the same time.
We have to look like it's the
22.
of just
The
flying up.
bird-like creatures to the left.
She's hunting.
Yep.
Yeah.
They make a formation.
Yeah.
Don't do this, 18.
What?
Don't
What?
do this to her.
It doesn't look like one of martial presence. They seem to be making the same formation. Give me a nature check.
I do actually need to
They're doing a V like geese.
Mighty ducks.
There's susurration.
The murmuration of bird people.
Is that the sort
Yeah.
Susurration.
21?
Yeah.
It is a form of communication that they are using their bodies to signal you.
What are they saying?
Hello is the general gist of what.
Well, I didn't know if they were
Saying F off.
signaling, going, yo, fucking run.
Prepare to
attack.
die.
Yeah.
It's an acknowledgement of another flying creature in their perceived territory.
It just goes.
I mean, there are plenty of fair creatures in the Unseelie realms that don't make noise to communicate.
Right, it just goes.
That's why I don't do deep, complex.
But then I'm gonna fly back down and be
Boom!
like, you know what? I think we're alright. They said hello.
I mean, Everdark has said hello to us before. I'm sure. Like,
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
it's
Did
before
Everdark's
9
been
o'clock.
nothing
Did you
but
tell them
polite.
to go away in non-serpent terms?
No.
No, I thumbs up.
She
And
thumbed them.
how do you know that doesn't mean go?
It's before 9 o'clock, Katie.
You interpreted that how you wish.
I think I might just. How far away are they? Sorry. I
About 100 foot that way. I mean, they're in the sky, so it's like
So it's not even, it wouldn't even take me
They're
that
not
far to get
next
to
to you.
it's not miles away. They're like that. You can see the formation.
No, 100 foot's like
You wouldn't-
inside
Like
the phone.
It is risky.
You wouldn't be able to.
30 metres.
I think he means more than 100 foot.
I don't. They're really close. They're just like over there making a formation to it. It's like 100 foot. It's like 30 meters.
From here to the back garden.
It's 30 meters.
Sound? I'm gonna go say hello. It's nice to meet other fake creatures that
Please
are
don't
polite. You've got Richard. There are some boats over there. Go forth. And I'm gonna go.
Are we splitting the party in the Shadowfell, are we? Is that what's going on?
I'm not as nails, me.
No.
I'm in my
Noted.
element. In my element.
Because she's flying. You know what I mean?
100 foot.
It's your choice,
Yeah,
Red, but
100
I'm
foot,
not
30
sure.
meters,
Holding-
whatever you
holding
can
a-
see in your head.
80.
I'm gonna
100 foot.
I'm gonna attempt to hold
93.
an Eldritch Blast in my head,
Okay.
ready just in case.
If you could not.
Something
Yeah,
else
he's not hurting
appears
them.
when the energy comes to my hand, and instead of the normal kind of purple arcane energy of an Eldritch Blast, it is now deep, sickly green.
But washed out sickly green because
Sickly grey.
sickly grey.
So you lot can hear the wings, but they don't speak to you when you approach. As you get closer, you can see that they are very, very avian in aesthetic. They're bird features. They have the hooked beaks. They have some similarities of common birds known that you've seen, like ravens and magpies and pigeons.
Please stop mentioning.
But there's no Ravenholm, baby. Ravendark, he's on his way. Everdark sent his cousin.
Strahd.
Strahd, yeah. The mini is Strahd. And they kind of make a almost semicircle, and one steps forward, and a couple of their feathers are holding grey, and they start to, their wings kind of hold them steady, and they move their arms in big gestures. Now you're not fluent in this language they're using, but you are aware they are trying to communicate. None of them seem armed with anything other than talon. Their hands are not clawed. They are very akin to the Aarakocra people.
Are they classed as a beast?
They are similar to yourselves, where they are creatures. They don't hold the tag beast mechanically.
God damn it! Okay.
Normally, I would let you do something and then find out, but we've got to get moving.
I'm just gonna have positive vibes.
Okay. Are you lot just watching our interaction?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we don't want it to die.
Are there any like?
I'm keeping
Give me,
eyes.
Vel, give me a history check.
Are there any like smaller versions of them that would appear like children?
Not children, but there are like Velk smaller or now, obviously. Beyond stature smaller, but not childlike.
I'm going.
So you recognise it as a bit like thieves' camp that some of them use in Cruel. So you've not necessarily know the language, but you can do. It's that whole I know how to say, where's the pub? You know, how much is a beer
In
sort of
glass,
mentality. So you could probably do broken English. Thieves can't just by. Just does that make sense?
Where is the pink
Yeah.
dragon?
Bit much.
I would like
But-
to just druid.
Or you could
I'm
cast.
an actor as well, so I've got
Oh, so you, yeah.
performance shit, like basically
Sorry,
passing
Hannah.
myself off as different people, mimicking speeches and sounds. I've got that as a feature.
Yeah, so that falls into it perfectly, mate. So you would be able to have a very rudimentary, like hello, hi, where's the toilet? Go.
I'm just gonna cast druidcraft and just have flowers sprout out of the hands.
What flowers?
and stuff.
I didn't think that would be the question that threw you. But
You know, they all have meanings.
Pink lotus flowers
okay.
and charities.
So don't be just repeating the flowers I used yesterday.
Well, no, because I'm hoping that one will go. I see flowers like that.
They do produce in your hand, but they don't hold the potency of pinks and stuff that you try. They produce a black rose. the one that's flown forwards with a bit of grey across there. Is it mantle round here?
Yeah, collarbones.
Yeah. And they present the black rose as trade.
Fantastic. I give them their colours. Black rose.
Black
Try and
rose.
mimic
Mimic, maybe.
the language to say, like, passing through, like, for us. And then try and basically be like threats, like any threats.
Like danger type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a flat persuasion check, mate. I was gonna. You got out to. I'll let you have that. Mimic you. To anyone. Yeah. Go flat roll.
I feel very nervous about all of this. Seems a bit too nice right now.
You're in Colossus. Everyone's nice. Everyone's lawful, chaotic, neutral.
Not according to our Twitter announcement.
23.
on the persuasion check. The one that was speaking to you gives you like a bit of a nod and then flies down and lands in front of Whispers. They look, and there is, if a bird could smile, there's definitely a glint in the eyes of watching you, like trying to perform that. You reckon that you can see, and it's like hearing the word and going, "Oh, that's German, or that's French, or that's," but you don't know the language, so a bit negative. It's a shit imitation at 1 o'clock. So, and there is an element of humour to this bird creature, who is about 5'6". Has a it's not raven, it's more crow. Yeah, everything now, mate. Everything. Even hobbits are looking down at you.
I am taller than Bell.
Belt's 6'2". Whispers.
Every single time.
Whispers is 3 foot.
He has changed character. Yeah, they have been 3'2".
It's an illusion. He's a Goliath.
He turns up. He's 6 foot. My religion. Straight away.
Yeah. They communicate back, and you pick up the only threat, and they point at you, and like questioningly, like in response to your any threat, stuff like this. So they ask it, they put it back on you. Are you the threat? Yeah, yeah. And what was it you asked the other thing? Oh, passing through.
Passing through, no threat.
Help is what you gist from the next gestures. Do you need help?
No, Whispers made buddies.
Both.
Raya gave flowers.
I just gave flowers.
Ray is the reason they came over.
I say, like searching,
You're also the end of it.
searching for friend, and then point in the direction that we were travelling, that we got the sense.
Over the lake.
Yeah, so yeah, as far as Faze knows,
Yeah.
if Etheria are in and out the lake,
Yeah.
you've got to get over it to pick up the scent again.
Searching for friend, and then that way.
This bird creature points at each of you questioningly, friend, and then does that, points at themselves.
I say friends, or friend, yeah. And then.
And they're shaking their head and they're like, they look around, don't point at the dragon ball.
Can we point at the like pink flowers? Like while Whispers is trying to communicate it, point to the pink flowers.
Yeah.
And, like,
They copy Faze and then they go, and then, they're trying to like tell me flowers, wings, sword.
Yeah, pink.
Crystal.
Remember, you're not fluent.
What does your? Can you describe your friend?
Certainly remembering that Whistles doesn't actually know.
Pink.
Whistle's just nodding at every descriptor. Yeah. It's a fucking dragon.
Can I grab a piece of paper and just sketch like a rough?
You got a piece of
picture?
paper?
In my bag, yeah.
Well, then, yeah, of course you can.
I will sketch a rough doodle of Etheria.
Give me a performance check.
One of my fortes.
Give me a dex check.
Dex check. That's
It's
probably
not unless you once a week do a performance.
19.
He's a decent art teacher.
You actually
I'm the best artist in the group.
You actually do a very decent portrait.
I disagree.
of your friendly corpse.
I'll
It's not me.
use minor illusion to try and make it almost like a hologram type stuff.
Perfect replication
As in,
of a
like,
theory.
I'll try and like
Raise
draw
it
it
off
out
the
the
page.
page.
Yeah, so like bring it out of the page. Alright, now you do a performance check.
Oh, well, that's a very different thing, isn't it? I'm just proud of mine now. Here's
18.
just whistle.
18. You're 19, you're 18. So
Starts dancing.
between the pair of you, you do a very, very good impersonation through whatever medium you choose. And it starts nodding and points in the direction, like across the lake. They reach down to the ground and start like clawing in the ground. And they do a real, like, there's a word for it. It's crap, but you get the gist that they draw the lake.
Yeah.
And then they fly over it, and then they do the triangles for the mountains in the ground, and then they draw more triangles with little square bits on them for like village or town or whatever, and they kind of just do this with their finger like a path over the lake, past the mountains to the ground. They look up, and you get the gist time, but they don't know how to tell you yeah. They don't know how to tell you how much time it takes, but you go over the lake, follow the mountains, there's a town.
And then they highlight the town.
Yeah.
When they
But
say-
you get a maybe from them.
When they say over the lake, I'm assuming obviously they would fly, but if
They
just
they
the way
literally
round.
so the bird draws the line and draws the lake, and then from where you are on the picture, just does a line straight across the lake.
Okay, so we. Am I nearby, or I don't know?
We could take robots, or we could go around.
How big is the lake?
It's
If we're talking, you know,
Bigger than
Could you-
30 feet, no bigger than.
it's bigger than 30 feet.
Could you ask them
Not
if
a
there's
lake.
a safe way to go around rail or whistles? If
that's
there's
a lot of communication.
I mean, just we could like draw round the
They
lake one
go
way, round
they
the
go-
lake the other way.
So they go, it's a large lake. None of you have lake measuring skills, right? Yeah. Not next to the paper I had. They do a line along the lake and tell Velk more time, and then just reiterate straight across the lake, like encouraging that's the fastest. But then they do this to the group, like.
Is there any like equivalent of like a sun or moon or anything like that here? Like, is there
Nothing.
anything in the sky? It's
There's
just
no,
the,
there's no moon, there's no sun.
That's cool.
You're actually
I
quite
figured
enjoying
it
it.
was
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing to.
Didn't think that would be
yeah.
just, that's cool.
There are robots, we could try it.
Yeah.
There are rowboats.
We could try and go over the lake.
I'll,
If there are rowboats, yeah.
I believe.
There's two robots that
I
Raya saw.
believe we saw some robots.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Raya spotted them when she was flying up. Right?
I'll thank them. I don't know how far they are, but your friend is. But they're, as far as they're aware, over the lake, through the mountains into the town. Could be days, it could be
Not through the mountains, around the edge. Yeah, yeah.
Around the mountains and to the town. Could be days, could be hours, minutes.
Well, we don't have too much time, so we should get.
We need to
moving.
go
100 feet, mate.
across the lake.
Across the lake.
Across the lake. We'll give it a go.
Good answer, Robert.
Is the lake just like massive?
It's a very large lake. Like it would take you not too long to row across it, but you know, swimming it would be for folk that are athletically gifted when it came to
But you
swimming.
couldn't walk around it or anything.
I mean, you could, but it'll take like
longer.
even you just look right, and it does span. I mean, when Raya was above it, she can see that it is a massive lake.
They indicated
Um,
quicker to go across.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go around it. It would just add more time, but without learning the lay of the land, you're unsure how. But it is massive.
Oh, wow.
That's all right.
I could walk along the bottom.
Can I just, as we're
Samwise.
No, that will be an initiative.
can I give a little bow to the bird?
The bird, the person you were talking to or communicating with, comes over to you with the parchment, holds it to them and summons a black rose druidcraft to you, an offer of trade. Yeah, give it to you. Fucking keep that little bastard, man. Let's go in a rolling later, yeah, mate.
Yeah, I will actually. Despite the spikes, I'm going to
Jeremiah?
tuck it into my hair on the metal side so the spikes can't scratch me.
Oh, yeah, well, that's nice. That's deep. That's deep, I like.
Thorns.
Spikes. It doesn't really matter. Let's not be
They
Can
are
I-
spiky.
Gonna walk towards the boat.
If Faze says she's got spikes on her head, Faze says she's got spikes, Bjorn's got nothing to do with what's sticking in her face.
We're gonna start like preparing the rowboats and
Oh,
like
yeah.
dragging them to the
Yeah.
shore.
Rhea will kind of.
So the rowboats will hold 3 of you. One in they're like single person rowboats, not sit next to each other rowboats. So you could, front rower, back,
I'll get in the rower position. on
Yeah,
one of
I'm
the
gonna.
just on the bank.
boats.
I'll do it from here. Don't-
I'll just sit in the middle.
the water will come to me
Yeah, I'll row. In the secondary boat.
whilst concentrating.
Good point.
Oh.
Somebody else row. I'm
Also-
concentrating.
Whistles? Would you want to?
Well, the
Rowing
thing
doesn't
is,
concentration.
so there's only.
It does when you get attacked by a kraken.
There's only 5.
Face has got to be on the front of the boat like that.
Say again, Hannah.
I said there are only 5 of us, and since I'm flying, that's then.
Wolfbear and Alexander are like, we understand how
Oh,
acquaintances
Wolfbear and
work, don't we?
Do you
Alexander.
think?
I forgot about other people.
Do you think you could lift me now?
Sparky.
I am a lot shorter.
Does it make you any lighter?
You're more dense, you said that yesterday.
Good point.
I can try.
Thank you, Tony.
But you may fall.
Yeah, let's not do that. Just get in the boat.
We have space in the boats.
Get in the
3
boat.
people per boat. There are 6 of us that need to go in the boats.
Just like
I mean, it's like these boats were placed here specifically for us. Get in the freaking boat.
So, who's rowing is all I need to know.
I'll row one.
I'll give it a go. If I suck, I'm going to swap with Wolfbear.
There's
or
Wolfbear or Alexander. Yeah.
I mean-
let the giant folk of the half-orc.
I'm going to look at them both and go, either of you.
I can row if you wish. There's
You're probably a
Wolfbear.
lot better at it. I'm not.
Let the guys who naturally have
Thank you.
advantage on strength and athletic checks.
I was born with this. So who's in
Row before I
Wolfbear?
can
Who's in Wolfbearer's boat?
Me,
Phase.
And Bjorn.
Bjorn.
let's say Bjorn. Yeah.
Right, and you two
Alexander.
are with Alexander, and you're flying. Yeah.
While we're in the boat, I'll be casting minor illusion every now and again to basically make it seem like there's like whistles around us. So just in the general vicinity, there's just whistling. Every now and again, just like a low whistle.
And you're rowing.
In random places?
Yeah.
That's it, or just
I thought we were trying to be stealthy.
I mean, it's whistles in the wind. I mean, I'm just assuming it's the wind.
It's displacing the sea.
Oh, you Wally. Jesus.
Rhea is gonna fly up to the creatures. Bid them goodbye. Kind of imitate, like, do you want to come?
Do you want them to come?
No, they might get hurt.
Well, they'll leave when they don't feel safe. So it'd be nice to have company for once in the sky.
Okay, so give me a persuasion check with disadvantage, because unfortunately the language is again known to you, just not.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
I'll need it today.
Yeah, druid.
Sparky, they'll need it in the next 20 minutes.
We are working.
Oh,
We've all got to donate
so
fivers
first
and
roll
try
was
and win
15,
stuff.
second was 20, so I'm sorry. Okay, 16.
Okay. The one that seems to have been doing the communicating for you turns around to the dozen or so behind, points at 2 of them, and then points at you lot, and just nods to you. They fly forwards. They are not massively thicker than the rest, but they do seem to hold a bit of presence. Not like yourselves, but they could probably.
You would get like in the group, and you can tell that those two are slightly.
They would
more-
probably protect the group.
Certainly,
Yeah.
yes.
Are you up in the
They're the
sky?
fodder. Well, there was flour really fast.
Rayo is going to.
They're the asthmatic kid at the back.
Can I wave
Jumps.
at Raya to try and get her attention?
Yeah, so Rayo will kind of glide down a little bit.
And I'll say like, have you asked? I know we're not verbally communicating, but can you ask like their name? Like something that we can, even if it's a symbol, you know, a gesture that we can refer to them as. I don't know. It seems a bit rude that we don't know their names. If they have names.
With the Fae, it's best not to tell anyone your name.
But we not know they're not. Do we know that they're
So
Fae?
you know that they're the shadow. You don't know if they're not fair or not, but just for Hannah / Raya, Unseelie realm is a fair realm. The Shadowfell realm is a shadow realm. Like, so it's not an auto. You're in this one. You're fair. You're in this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Raya would know.
There is no-
Yeah, you're not wrong about the fair stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
but they could be elves, dwarves living here, but they would be culturally akin to the shadow realm.
yeah. Generally playing it safe, I would say let's not take names. As long as we're respectful.
Taking that, not taking names.
Yeah. As long as we're respectful, you know, I would be here to help. I only wanted the company while flying, but they seem to be offering some form of protection. I say we take it.
I just hope they don't get hurt. It's not their fault.
They're level 20 druids.
I'm sure that they will.
Still will help you.
Level 14 druids, level 6 barbarians.
Can we start rowing while we're
Yeah,
having
yeah.
this conversation?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
You get in the
Raya
boat,
goes
you
back
begin
up.
to row.
She is still
Yep.
going to keep eye on surrounding areas.
Cool.
They're gently, you know, sitting with a sword sheath. I've gently placed them.
And you're flying
sword
over,
and
yeah?
shield there.
As you fly over, the two that came with you, one stays ish over Wolfbearer's boat and the other one over Althea's boat. And they're kind of just looking around.
Cool.
Um,
thank you.
They look at the water a lot.
I know.
As you start rowing, yep. Althea and Wolfbearer are going to roll initiative.
Yeah, it seems reasonable to me.
I'm sure it's just not a race, but like to see who gets
You don't
what.
know?
It could
Uh,
absolutely be a race, so I've
yeah.
met Althea.
It was a race when we got here.
No.
It's not an option.
A large body of water and Shadowfell.
It's not an option.
It's definitely a race, otherwise
You're not gonna die.
So,
Just looking at Wolfbearer like.
you're
Come on,
you're
man.
miles at Wolfbearer. He's like, I'm a cleric. You know what I mean?
You're also a giant.
Of the mountains, not the sea. We haven't rowed a boat ever.
It's not hard. Honestly.
He's still on the ground, like, don't go anywhere.
Pushing the boat through the water, swimming.
As you start going along, it is, the water feels thicker than, it doesn't look any thicker, but yeah, exactly. You like,
Custard.
you're a Tory. You've been in the sea on ships, rowing, swimming. It's great for training. Like a lot of the gladiators will do time on ships just for conditioning and exercise and sort of thing. So rowing through this, you expected it to be like, I could just swim pushing the boat. Do you know what I mean? But there's an
Behind me.
actual exertion to it. Like you are feeling not fatigued, but you can feel that
More
you're
so
being
than I
worked.
thought it'd be,
Yeah. Wolfbearer's like giant, and you both, as you both begin to row, those on Althea's ship. So, Alexander and Velk and Althea, can you give me Constitution saving throws, please?
Oh my god.
That's you, man. Just so you know you're Velk.
9.
Don't go too method on me, mate. 9. It's nice that the rower failed. Oh, Alexander.
I would have offered guidance, but that wasn't my intention.
No, you're on the other boat. It's a touch spell, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Thanks,
Wolfbearer,
Dan.
go closer, go closer.
Put the oar on.
Raya, the two guards with you signalling to you to look down, and you see a smoke engulf their ship, their little rowboat.
Love that.
So you got 9, Velk?
18.
Right, so Velk and Alexander, as this smoke engulfs and you see nothing, completely opaque for yourselves within the bubble of smoke, you feel like something trying to pull the air from your mouth as you're breathing, and you feel like you're about to just stop breathing, but you kind of and you can breathe again. I don't usually do sound effects, and I'll never do them again. But Althea, just you see her, Velk, like almost following the pull of this air from her. The colour drains from her face. Yep. Can you roll a d4, please?
1.
Cool. Your strength and constitution go down 1.
Heck.
And you see that colour, and you see like the cheeks, Velk, just kind of go a little bit more.
Upon seeing this, could I please cast Fairy Fire?
You can now.
Thank you.
So I've not rolled initiative for you because you're in the middle of me and them two. Yep. So you cast Fairy Fire.
Yes.
What's the radius AoE size of it?
60. Oh shit.
Fairy Fire's not an AoE, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it's 20-foot cube.
It's pretty cool.
20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. So which ship are you hitting with it?
Oh,
I'm glad this isn't just an audio podcast. You know what I mean?
Lighting us up like a Christmas tree.
There's just smoke everywhere. So I might have to at least try and highlight something.
Can you give me a dexterity save, please? Velk dexterity save.
Do I still have? Is this I have
Alex
advantage.
failed. What's your DC?
15.
15. 15's your DC.
Advantage on dex against things that I can see whilst not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
You've no idea she's casting a
So-
spell on you. So that's,
I am deafened. I'm blinded then technically. Like
from that, yes, but you don't have the status blinded.
okay,
So
so I
there's-
just
you
can't
just don't
see
have
it.
advantage.
Yeah.
So it's a flat
Yeah, it's
roll.
effects that you can see.
Yeah.
I
If
can't
it was
see.
yeah.
12.
What's yours? 15. Cool.
10.
Cool. So all 3 of you failed the fairy fires. Yeah.
I'm not using this dice anymore.
So now we can see our friends.
Did anything else?
It just falls through the smoke, and the fairy dust clings to them 3 in the ship. But you can see them, like
Smuggled off
even
the boat or anything?
to the point even where if Whispers has that spell, goes invisible, you can still see where they are. That's right, and it clings to them. Yeah. Before I just cheat.
Fairy fire, if you hit an invisible creature.
Is that
you put
yeah
it
yeah?
Well,
Just outlines them in the colour, doesn't it?
Is it advantage hitting them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Reeling them in, and we're on a lake fishing. But to be fair, it's a good idea. There's a smoke on your mates. You want to find out what it is.
because you never know if something else was
Yeah,
around.
yeah, definitely. It's a good shout. So that's right.
I am trying.
Can Faze, Wolfgar, Bjorn give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Cleric, my ass.
16.
Yeah, 20, 23.
Cool. Bjorn and Faze, do not follow the command to leap into the water.
Good.
Your rower.
Wolfbearer.
Yeah.
Really?
So he's a pretty badass cleric. Yeah. And I didn't know. That dice
You've
get.
got a DM reroll.
That dice get. Not using it to help you.
Can we use one of our rerolls?
So how many rolls for Wolfbarrow?
We've only got one.
Yeah. I see why not.
Yeah, but still.
If you want to use it on the NPC, I'll let you use it. There's no rules saying
I don't want him to die. He's getting us home.
Alex shouts, I can do it. Am I re-rolling or not?
Up to you guys.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like him not to jump over the boat.
Yes.
The exact same roll.
Really?
Yeah. So Wolfgar just kind of just still holding the oars,
Please remember that all rerolls are going to charity, and you're
Just
all
so you
really
know,
charitable.
Chaps, we don't have any rerolls. Tony's got one personal one, the rest.
And just lets go of the oars and just tips himself into the water.
Wolf bear.
Can I attempt to grab Wolf Bear
Yeah,
before
can I
they
try
go
and
under?
grab him before he
On-
goes?
Not before
on-
they go over. But
On Wolfbearer's initiative, you will get an action each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's got a personal one. That's just Tony's.
Or Althea, it is your turn.
Just gonna keep throwing if I can.
Oh, cool.
what do you want me to do? We're still all on. We're
Well,
all
that's
in
what
the
I'm
boat.
asking you. Do you
Oh,
want
okay. We're all in the boat.
You can't see the other party. You can't see.
Are we an initiative?
Me and
on
the
Althea's.
rowers are.
So you'll all get an action. You'll get your turn on Althea's initiative. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Am I
Just for
being?
easier.
That's correct.
Because I failed the save and I've lost con and strength, but am I being pulled in a different direction? Or am I aware of?
As far as you're aware, it's still going in the same direction you were rowing, but the smoke just completely blinded you from.
Yeah.
You can see these two because they're lit up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep rowing.
Right, Dora.
And say to whistles, like,
No.
is there any way that? Well, I'm just.
There we
Any
go.
way that you can maybe let them know where we are? I don't know what's happened.
wait.
Did I hear a splash of him jumping
Oh
in
yeah,
the water?
yeah.
I'm gonna be a
He's
bit
dying.
more panicked and like, can you find out what that was through magical means? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep rowing, but I want to know that someone's not being hurt. Like someone's not drowning.
Do you keep rowing?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep rowing.
What are you doing, Velk? / Whispers? / Velouche? /
What was the name of the turtle?
Never asked.
You didn't meet the
I didn't even ask.
A turtle appears.
But he didn't ask me either, so we just got up it.
Thank you very much, Pidge.
Oh,
Legend
Nice.
Pidge.
Oh, Pidge.
He rerolls the players. Thank you, buddy.
Pidge is one of my favourite.
I'm going to use them
Yeah.
all on stupid things.
Pidge, I don't know who
How
you
fast can
are,
I eat this
but
peach,
I
dear?
love
I'm going to skim a stone.
Gonna skim 8
Introduce
stones.
you, here we go.
That's if I'm
Success, reroll. What?
Buy you a drink in the bar and get
So it's your turn, Velk. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'll say. The best thing we could probably do now is worry about our boat. Really. And then I'll focus, and the whistles around will get slightly louder, and I'll start performing a counter charm. So
Okay.
anybody within 30 feet has advantage of saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Nice.
Very cool.
First bard in the history of D&D to ever throw up a counter charm. So. And then Alexander's go.
rescue wolf bear.
He'll cast Dispel. Dispel's AoE, isn't it, Rich?
Hmm?
Dispel's AoE.
Which spell?
Dispel.
Dispel, yeah.
Yeah.
Dispel.
Dispel.
No, Dutch spell.
That spell's not Dispel is. Yeah.
If you can either target an item or a person,
Yep.
or
you
an
can do-
area, and attempt to dispel the magical effect in that area.
But if there's multiple magical effects,
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within a range. Any spell at 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell, 4th level or higher, make an ability check.
yeah, it's the roll, like a
Yeah.
counter spell.
One
Literally,
spell per
So I can
round.
only do one effect.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any 3rd level or lower spell on the target ends.
Cool. Looking
The
at
magical effect could be like a ward or something.
Yeah, looking at Althea and Whispers lit up with fairy lights, Alexander will begin to like throat sing, like the Mongolian throat sing. And you hear that growl come through, and the cloud dissipates as he casts Dispel. His bardic musical instrument
cloud,
is his
not the-
throat.
Not the fairy fire.
He can only do one effect.
Okay, but he's got rid of the
Yeah.
mist. Okay.
So you now see the ship across, the rowboat across from you, missing Wolfbearer. Yep. So that's your lot's turn. Wolfbearer's turn. He's currently under that charm. You alright? Cool. What?
He inhaled an M&M.
Yeah.
But he was trying not to do that.
Fez, you take your turn before and we'll get round to him.
Yeah, crispy M&M with the rubber. I was choking
Death off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, then, sorry, M&Ms, we don't want to get sponsored by you. We are
Entirely,
interested.
entirely my fault.
That's a
No,
lie.
you don't claim that. We'll take the sponsor.
Entirely my fault.
It's his
Please,
birthday.
You feel free to sue him back for being an adult and talking on an M&M.
He made his own birthday.
So what are you doing, Fez?
I'm gonna,
So Wolf Bearer's over the side in the water, face down.
yeah, I'm going to try and reach and grab Wolf Bearer and pull him back.
I mean, it's easily grabbed. Like, it's literally
Yeah,
just,
yeah, I'm gonna
he's
try
not, you know, whimmed away.
I don't.
Whim away.
I'm going to try and grab him and pull him back towards or into
So
the boat.
you can easily grab and thingy, but if you want to pull him into the boat,
Yeah.
one-handed,
Can
two-handed,
I?
just leaning over, pulling in a giant into a
Can
rubber.
I use it as a held action until Bjorn is available to help? So I'll just hold it.
You're at the same time, so you don't have to hold
I
action.
was
You
gonna
can
say,
you can work together.
We're
Work
pretty
together.
much, because I was going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
if we both reach.
one of you at advantage, athletics check.
Athletics check, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't. Well, it's not actually dreadful.
It's strength based, so
Can I give myself guidance?
what
I
after
think
you
I
failed?
reroll.
That you've got like 8 rerolls.
Yeah.
We've just been given a reroll.
Well, but then do I only reroll one of the
No,
dice?
you reroll the roll again. So if it's at advantage,
Yeah.
you'd roll it again. If it's at
Nice,
disadvantage,
reroll.
you'd roll it again.
Yes! Much better. Good. Could have just given myself guidance, but no.
Thank you, Paige.
21.
Screw you, Pidge. So, as you both like notice the rower, and your peace for the night is dying, you both lean over, holding like onto the edge of this side, heave Wolfbearer back into the boat. His turn is spent trying to save. Thornless rose dice. Beautiful.
Is he within 30 feet?
Yeah, he's got advantage, right? Yeah. He don't need it, but it went higher. Wolfbearer shakes it off, realises that he's piss wet through. It's not swearing. Is soaked through. Sees you two kind of looking down at him. What happened? And kind of scrambles back into his thing.
Don't do that again.
And he's looking around for whatever did it. And begins to row again.
You just threw yourself in the water. Like, don't do that.
Is your counter charm a concentration effect, or is it kind of just you're doing it and humming?
Yeah, it's as an action at the end of my next turn. So I can
Oh,
keep doing it. But I'll just keep maintaining it.
Mm.
It's like whistles around and
That's why it's not concentration, because it's
it's
advantage.
just
Yeah.
that.
That makes it better. So, you move through the lake. There is. You're about a quarter of the way across. Yeah. You move up to halfway across the lake. You know, the bank's miles away now, so if it all goes wrong getting in the water. The two birds that are with you, Raya, the two birds that are flying around with you, they move quite away, maybe 60 feet from, so 60 foot that way, and then the other one goes 60 foot that way. And they're looking down, and they both got a, like, wisp of, like when a fire first gets going, you get that very tiny, thin smoke, kind of in their hand, similar to when someone summons a cantrip of frost or fire or something. And they're looking down into the water. Okay. From your side, Raya, you see two, Althea, you see two sort of what you thought was just like a bit of float sand, just some debris in the water, and it stretches like clay, like soft clay or putty, getting thinner and thinner, being stretched, yeah, till it becomes a oily, slick vine in the water. Two of them, and then they both whip into at you three. The first one goes for whispers.
No.
Your AC 10? All right. We might want to check that support character. Oh! Is your AC 12? Let's not put Velk up front. And the other one whips out at Alexander. Oh, that one would it, wouldn't it?
Doesn't have another arm on either. Never do.
Yeah, no, it's aesthetic, you know what I mean? So it whips out and hits Alexander. Alexander gets hit. Has to do a check. A grapple. Ah, screw you, Vines. They whip him, wrap around him and try to pull him into the water. Unable to attack them back, he just brute strengths the vines off him. And they flap back into the water. Your boat, yeah? Something goes under it and brings it out the water ever so slightly, and then keeps splashing. And Wolf Bearer looks around as he tries to, if there's any assistance you can give, as he tries to not. Try to, there we go. Jesus.
It just reaches out.
Just roll D4 and add a bit on.
That's what, sorry?
Roll D4 and add it on.
That's better. Are you assisting at all?
The only thing I can do is strike out over there is under the boat with the axe. The lead over.
I'll say while you're doing that, it'll give him advantage just to
As a distraction.
as a distraction. Well done, you've just saved the boat. I rolled a 4 on the guidance and I was like, it's not helping. So whatever's whipping out at you, then maybe the main body of it's just gone under their ship. Your little robot comes up, you just slap out at it with your axe. You hit something like tough, like a hide. Not a kid playing hide and seek, but you hit something tough, and you cast guidance, and Wolf Bearer keeps the ship going. It's your boat now.
When the tentacle whipped up.
Yep.
Not tentacle. When the thing whipped up, did I see anything? What it was? Did it look like a tentacle? Did it look like?
It looked a vine, just
like a
like a river vine. That's just from like a wet root, a
Okay,
vine.
yeah.
It's just in the water, but there's two of them just kind of like moving in the water.
Yeah.
They don't have any suckers on them or anything like this. It just looks like a vine whipping out at you. Oh, actually.
Conga test. Thank you for the.
You guys got fairy fire on you.
We do.
23.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for the
Alexander.
rerolls.
No, there's.
Thanks very much for the reroll. Yeah.
That's
Alexander
half a DM.
22.
Code and pet.
Half a DM
I need
roll.
you to
That's
do-
2.5
I
player
need you
rolls.
to do a grapple check. So, acrobats or athletics for the defender. So mine's athletics. Jesus. Your DC's 22.
Actually, 19.
Velk, who's not here, but whispers.
Whistles.
One.
Is it not?
Whispers is now pulled.
Whistle.
You what?
Whistles. Who's whispers?
Oh.
Whistle.
I was in whispers earlier, and I think it's stuck.
Okay. Whistles gets wrapped because of the fairy fire.
Is this before their last one, or is this just happening?
It's kind of just happening at the same time. So your turn is happening after this. Whistles gets vine whipped into the water, like immediately goes under. Now it's your turn.
Gonna drop the oars. Alexander's still there, isn't he?
Alexander is still there. The vine tried to just need.
Smacked him, but
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, mate.
I'm gonna. I know, Reed knows this is stupid, but this is what Althea would do. Drop the oars, say to Alexander, grab the oars. Althea's gonna grab a sword and jump in after whistles.
Okay. That's right there. You can attack. Like.
Oh, I thought he'd been pulled.
Yeah,
Pulled
so
under.
he's pulled under the water, but he's not
Yeah.
like 200 feet deep. He's.
Oh, okay, well-
You're all doing this at the same
Okay,
time.
so drop the oars, grab the sword, try and grab whistles and like slice him out of the thing and pull him back up.
If you're trying to grab whistles and slice, it's disadvantage. If you just slice, it's normal roll.
I'll just slice.
Okay.
and then after hopefully be successful and then cripples.
I mean, we always hope
I know,
we'll be
I
successful.
know.
Oh, I hope I fail.
So just a standard attack.
Standard attack, swing out of the vine. It's not very quick moving. You reckon this should?
Can I, because I wasn't holding my shield, can I do it two-handed? Can I grab and
Yeah, yeah. It's on the
because
extra
I
damage,
normally
so
use it one-handed, but it is
Yeah.
two. Yeah, I know it's okay.
It'll add to the damage, not
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
attack. Oh,
I'm gonna-
Eddie, that's Naleen, Sam. This just threw bits in.
Oh,
Yeah, you've got reroll.
I've got reroll. Of course I have. He loves the baddies, just so you know. That's
Thank
Naleen.
you. I'm gonna
What a guy.
I'm gonna use one of our rerolls.
Okay.
Each the M&M. We're tracking rerolls with M&Ms over
The OG Moravian causing trouble in chat.
The
Big girl.
original.
Thank you very much.
15. You slice across the vine. How much damage do you do?
here.
That's holding
I'm gonna do 10.
whistles.
Did I do 10? Nice.
Roll your own dice.
They're in the car. Tony's got so many here. I've not gone to get them
Been
yet.
here for 3 days. 3 days we've been here, and you can't bet.
6.
6.
All of your dice. It's you that's
Did you
first.
take? Does -1 strength affect you?
Oh, it would do, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Does it drop it to you? What are you currently strength?
5
So
Plus 5,
no,
20.
what 20? So down to 19. So it's +4.
plus 4. So
So it comes down 1. So what did you just do? 6. So you've done
6.
5.
So 5. Yeah.
So at the minute you -1
Would that
damage.
affect my hit?
Yeah.
To hit as well.
But
So I'm now-
you still hit. Yeah, it's -1 to hit.
So it was 14
Right now,
to hit.
you're
yeah.
-1 to hit, -1 to damage.
Okay, I'm going to put
Right,
that
it's
in
the
you,
easiest
so I
one to
don't
do.
fucking-
-1 to athletics checks as well.
Yeah, but we can do it.
And your strength save.
And con.
Can I see them getting their ass kicked?
I'm just gonna-
Yeah, but it's your turn after Rhea.
That's fine.
After Althea.
Someone remind me to. Yeah, well, I suppose when I get over this, I'll put it back.
So you slash the vine and a deep cut goes into the vine, but the slickness of it, your blade kind of runs off it. Was it Gunner's blade or your blade?
Gunner's blade.
Was any of that fire?
No, because it didn't crit.
Oh, okay.
Only
Yeah,
fire
because
for
it's the
crit.
burst, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it wasn't enough damage to let the vine release Whistles, so Whistles is now pulled under.
Because I made an attack, and I'm
And you got
a
another one.
fighter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I use the other
Yeah,
one?
it's your turn.
It's a turn, is it?
Yeah,
for
yeah, it's
combat?
your turn,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Then yeah, I'll attack again.
Sorry, for clarity, your ship, your boat is on the same initiative,
Okay.
and their boat's on the same initiative.
Okay.
But you just get your
It's
turn.
just an
yeah,
attack.
yeah, yeah. So you can
Ooh.
move, bonus action, echo, fly
I'm gonna
around.
keep using this dice. That's a nat 20 for 27 to hit. And that was with Gunner's sword, so it does the special thing.
Ha! You might be coming out the vine, Whistles.
So an extra 4d6. And then a d10. So
I hate being a DM as a player because there's so many different things in my mind that this could possibly be.
12,
If it's attacking you,
13,
it's not good.
19, 23 damage. And then 11 of which is fire.
You've not doubled it,
Oh. Another 10.
like
33 damage.
3 trees fall over. You just hit this vine. And what you do is, instead of just going straight across, you go in and just follow the vine that's around around Whistles and just peel it away.
Can I scruff him?
No, you can't, because you've used your action. Alright? But you can use your reaction if you want to try and like grab the ship rather than fall in the water. So to give me a dex check, just standard dex check. Four. Velk's in the water. But it is now your turn, Velk. And Alexander will do stuff in a moment. I don't think I can do Mongolian throat singing. I want too bad. I'll take it.
It's
Bugs
better than
Bunny.
expected.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny does it.
Vines are still nearby me, aren't
There's one in the water,
It's just,
and the other one's just been obliterated, mate, with a flaming sword from a.
like, is there any that I'm like can grab or hold?
There's one. If you were on a grid, mate, there's one in melee,
They look like
like in the water that attacked Alexander, and the other one hit you. So it's in. So you could hold the boat and stab, sort of, thing, or spell cast, or what? Throw peach pips, or.
Let's see. The ominous whistling gets louder, and I'd like the creature, if it is a creature, to make a wisdom saving throw.
It is a creature.
16.
16. 17, mate.
That's my action, bonus action.
What did you cast?
Polymorph.
Alright. So Alexander needed to know.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Bonus action. I'll use the whistling. They get louder.
You staying in the water?
Is it like what? So I've used my action to try and polymorph it. So.
But you can use your movement to climb in.
Okay, yeah.
Because
So,
you're on
I
the
use my
boat.
bonus action. The whistles get louder to then bardic inspiration myself.
Okay. And then climb back in. It'd be half your movement, but
Yeah.
you know, you're in a rowboat, so.
I'll climb back into the
Okay. Raya? Oh, it's Alexander actually. Alexander casts Bane. So you hear the that's it, that's me done for the weekend. And the fucking thing passed. So hang on. 16.
Thank you, no problem.
Yeah. Wow. I was born in Mongolia. Ah, Mr. Belk. You think with disguise your ally? Alright, so the creature's now burned. Didn't cast it, but the impressions were there, so we went with it. That's not fireball. So yeah, so Alexander does the throat singing again, and the magic of his voice burns the creature. Concentration. Right. Yeah. Now it's your turn, Raya.
Fantastic. I'm going to drop Fairy Fire. Bonus action, Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
That's my lady for a while. Yeah. And then action, cast Hunter's Mark on the creature.
Okay.
Isn't Hunter's Mark the bonus action?
Rangers.
Casting it is action.
Rangers get it bonus, don't they?
Oh,
Because
okay.
I've bonus my Shillelagh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I play the Hunter, so that's fine. Yeah. Hunter's bonus.
I believe. So, you've Hunter's Mark to cast Shillelagh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now Hunter's marked, you bastard.
Action, bonus action. And I'm not going to swoop down just yet.
Okay.
What are my two little friends
They
doing?
fire off their cantrips into the water.
Fantastic. Do we know if they're doing anything?
They fire cantrips into the water.
Do you know what? They're trying.
I mean,
They're trying. I'm there for it. They're trying.
they're
could've-
not elite adventurers
could've-
like yourselves.
They could have just gone, nah, screw this, we're going home.
I mean, there's definitely a vibe of we ain't going near the water, so they're going to stay at range.
It's not.
It's now Wolfbearer's rowboat, so Bjorn, Faze, decide amongst yourselves like what you want to do, go, etc.
So Althea's on the boat.
You can see them now, they're not.
Alexander's on the boat.
Well, you can see them really well, yeah.
Belk's in the water.
No, Belt climb back in.
You
Whistles.
guys climb back in. Your whistles is back in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can we see any vines waving above the water?
One on
Preparing
their
to
side.
strike?
One on their side.
None on our side.
Between
Okay.
you and their ship, there is a shape in the water, maybe as wide as the rowboat is long. But details in the shadow fell in its lakes, not so much.
Is the shape within reach?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Or are we gonna
literally.
have to jump out of the...
No.
Okay.
It's large enough that just swinging at it.
Cool. So I'm just going to swing at it with my axe. Two-handed.
Swing away.
Cool.
You really should have let me go first, but I didn't say anything, so it's fine.
What? I don't know.
It's going to be 26.
What's rules as written? 26 hits.
Oh, so we were talking just like if you could become like undead weird lake monsters, and I was like, I'm already undead. He was like, can you become double undead?
Oh, the negative make a positive.
Well,
Yeah.
not rules as written, but it's 80, so.
I mean, that is also an accurate statement.
Yeah.
You smash, mate. You smash.
26 to hit. Cool. So,
Yes.
green flame blade as well. And I'll pop a. I'm a sorcerer now. I'll pop a lower spell slot to fuel my Eldritch Smite. So I'm going to do an additional D8.
Let's keep in mind we've got another fight coming
damage.
up.
I know. You can just survive this one to get to it.
I know.
Does anyone want anything from Buster? Sandwich or snappy bits?
Yeah.
Yes to everything.
Yeah. Like
Uh,
breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches.
If things get thrown at me, I'm not going to say no.
Like an intention.
And any sweetie stuff, Eddie will know.
Okay.
From to Asda.
First strike. Cool.
Come on, you min-maxing whammer. I need the damage.
You gave me an artifact.
They
I
have to
didn't.
price it out.
Never random rolling again.
20,
Yeah.
23, 27 points of damage for the first hit.
What flavour?
Okay, hang on, wait a minute.
Any of it lightning?
No.
I don't care. 30,
Okay.
So 27, yeah?
Yeah. And then,
The night he took that axe, I
Yeah.
told him what I'd randomly rolled. I was like, you don't you ever give him that axe?
and then we've got,
This is what, your second attack?
yeah, 23 for the second.
Oh, yeah.
Take the D8 out, I'm not going to pop them. 11, 12, 16 points of damage on the second hit. None of it lightning. It's all either magical slashing or radiant.
Cool. Hunter's Mark only affects you, Ray, yeah? They don't get
Yeah.
bonus damage, do they?
Yes.
No,
Just you.
according to this spell, it
Yeah.
says you stop.
What are you planning on doing first? So you can see that, like, again, Bjorn is holding.
Sorry, mate. Bear with me. They need to make a con save.
He's got a lot of thoughts, this man.
Nat 20.
That's
And some stuff.
Oh. Okay, you take
The break's in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It's just
efficiency bonus 3d6 necrotic damage from both. Well, 2 con saves. Sorry, the second one as well.
23.
Cool. So they save both times, but you take from the first one.
Fireball.
So that's 10, 12, 6 points in necrotic. And the second one, 5 points in necrotic. And I get 3, 2. I get an additional 5 temporary hit points because I used life drain.
Cool. Damn, we're all on a cake.
a sandwich or a wrap?
Sandwich?
Sandwich. What kind of any? A breakfast one.
We're currently doing a How's the Run Children. Stay tuned.
You sure? Right.
Eddie, you got a razor in your car, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's in my bag upstairs.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not going to do it now. I didn't need to buy
Just
some.
while we're
after
on
it as well.
stream.
I'll shave my head if we reach 1,000.
Wow.
Shave my head if you reach a
Right.
£5.
How many creatures are in water?
From the looks of it, it's a large creature.
One large creature. Right.
You can assume that the vines are attached to said large creature. It's up to you.
Okay.
But you can only see one
Is there
large
blood in
creature.
the water from Bjorn's hit? You know, does it look like it's taking damage? Is it moving slower, or does it not?
You are hitting it in transit. So the slowing down, not so much. The hefty chunk come out of it and it kind of is just floating off to the rest of the lake.
Okay, I am going to. How close is the other boat to us? Are they within 30 feet?
Within 30 feet, yeah.
30 feet. Right.
You've kind of rowed close together, but for the sake of the oars, there is a bit of a gap, but 30 feet should be more than enough.
Right, I'm going to cast Crusaders. Oh, but then I'll drop Locate Ethereum.
I've never heard of that. Crusaders,
Yeah, well, I realised I'll drop
Locate.
Locating Ethereum, but how long has it been?
Not an hour.
Not an hour. And no point casting that yet, then, is there?
About 18 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit
I
it
think
with
she
my
went to
axe.
walk to the lake.
I'm going to hit it with my axe, because
Axe.
we're all about the axes over here. And say stealth lance. Righto. I am, spectral protons. Where do you hit me? Yeah, so that's a 9 on the first hit.
Just misses.
Yeah, really.
You swing again? Oh yeah, you can, can't you? Because of the
I
wall.
can, but I don't really want to. So I can only do it 2 times per long rest. Okay, I'm
Is
going to
that a
cast
war,
Spirit.
war
I
cleric?
thought, does it not just let you swing it?
At this level, it's a war cleric thing. You can.
Yeah, I've only got 1 hit per action. I'm not really made for smacking things with axes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will cast.
One level of fighter, all changes. Yeah.
Casting spiritual weapon at 2nd level.
Oh, what is your spiritual weapon?
It's a cloak.
I'm just checking. You've been on a journey. I don't know if things would
Little
change.
faceless cloak.
Little
What is
faceless
it?
cloak.
Flapping.
That's scary.
You say otherwise, it's always going to be.
It's always a cloak.
Okay.
But other people might want to know. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Right, I can
You-
only put it. I can put it in a fixed location to hit, and
Yeah.
then it's going to have to move each time as a bonus action. So, yeah, so I'm going to place it next.
Let's
to
hope
it.
you don't roll really fast. Wolf Bearer he understands how spiritual weapon works, so he won't be rolling overly fast.
I don't think you're rolling overly fast anyway. We're being surrounded by mines. So I'm going to try and hit with that. Yep. And now we'll just move on to a different.
Whim away, whim away.
Didn't quite get a plan.
But the effort looked good.
Yeah. I'm like,
Wolfcast, eh?
hit it! Hit it! I missed. Worse, I missed twice.
Wolfgar just, while rowing, looks at it. Guiding bolt. It's not a crit, but I'm just happy here. What's going on?
My child.
First level. Where are you? 4d6 radiant. Right, so there is a light, a colourless light that erupts from Wolf Bearer's palm as he lets go of the oar for a split second to guide and bolt the creature. Never doing that shit again in my life. 21 on a guiding bolt. I can't do math. And now the creature, similar to the fairy fire of your friends, has an edge of light about it in this shadowed place. It has the outline of a probably where are you, Ravenholm? Have I gone? Althea and Bjorn may have seen such squid-like creatures before. Unsure of what this is, but it has a similar shape.
You know what this is.
Similar shape, similar shape to a squid. That's Wolf Bearer's turn. Top of the round. Vine goes swishing out. Let's randomise this. 1, 2, 3. It's going for you, Althea. The vine whips out, misses completely, and the smoke billows up from under your ship and opaques your
Again, seriously.
thingy. However, you are all fairy fired, so your friends can still see you if they need to heal. How what?
Fairy
We've
fire.
got smoke again,
Mm-hmm.
but we have fairy fire, so you can still see our outline. That's it.
Who cast that fire?
You.
To which I dropped it, to a concentration spell, and then cast Hunter's Mark.
Oh, so they can't see you.
Okay, so.
So if you need healing, they can't do it.
At least I'm honest.
yeah, I mean, fair. Like.
That's cool. I didn't know Hunter's Mark was concentration. I thought it was like hex. I thought you
No,
just
the
landed.
only reason why I have Hunter's Mark is because that's not typically a druid spell. The only reason I have it is because I've got Fey Touch.
It was, but it missed wildly.
I've got Fey Touch.
It's nice to know it's as good as I am.
So
Yeah.
I gain one Hunter's Mark.
But I do need you two and Alexander to do a con save, as the smoke again pulls at your breath. Alexander. Well, at least wolf bearers on it.
16.
40.
You pass, Valk. Roll a d4. 1.
3.
You lose 3 strength and 3 con. And Alexander loses 1 strength, 1 con.
So glad we brought this guy to help us take down everything.
Keeping strength same first.
Hey, wolf bearer's doing his bit, alright? Your boat's fine, alright?
We are doing better.
Well, I was talking about Alexander.
3 strength, 3 con.
Oh, it is bend. It is bend.
It is been.
It don't matter. It missed anyway. So they're doing a con save. So you got even less on its miss. Yeah, you can do. Are you on both on D&D and Beyond? It should be easy just to change
You
it.
have to
Yeah, yeah,
change
yeah. Right, it's your two's turn and Alexander's.
I'll just
Uh,
temporary changing over
Can Phase, Wolf Bearer, and Bjorn take Constitution saving throws as a black oil erupts from the water in between yourselves as this squid-like creature. You're unsure if it came out the front or the back, but you get covered in a black oil.
Reroll gone. Reroll gone.
Reroll gone. Bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead.
Reroll rag and board.
22.
You are fine.
22.
You are fine. You're in the air. Wolf, Bearer. Where's my fucking D20? Keep going.
My com's very good.
My first roll was a 3, my second one
You're all
was a 10.
fine.
Value
My
and
com's
reroll.
even better.
There is a
Slowly
burning
moving.
sensation from this oil that clings to your skin, but it doesn't do any permanent damage. However, you all do take 4 points of acid damage. What are you doing? It's your turn. Oh no, it's not. It's your turn.
Hang on, was this from the squid?
It's their turn. Yeah.
AoE or an actual physical attack again?
AoE, that's why he did saves.
Sorry.
It's your turn, Althea. Althea's boat turn.
So it's done the AoE. We're all now in smoke.
The
again.
smoke.
I'm assuming I'm just standing like over Whistles as he's climbed back into the boat.
Whistles is back in the boat. You're still in rowing position,
Oh, okay.
as in you're in the middle of the boat.
Yeah, yeah. So I just sort of leaned over,
Yeah, yeah.
went no.
You obliterated the vine last time round.
Yeah.
There is still one vine there,
Is it like
and there's a
waving around?
yeah, it's wanting a piece. You can see in the water more of the vine-like shapes, but they are out of the water yet.
I'm gonna slash at the one that's
Okay.
wiggling around.
There's a lot of tentacle emojis in the chat at the minute.
That's 13 to hit.
13 hits. The vine.
10, yeah. 6 on the first one to hit. And then on the second, 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah. And then second attack is it 23 to hit?
Yeah.
And that's 9 damage.
Second vine. You go through it twice, slash, slash, and the vine just crumples into the water, and you see more of them in the water just kind of bubbling up and getting agitated.
I'm going to say to Alexander, I'll take care of these. You row, sit down and start rowing whilst I try try and keep
So you're
us
going to
clear.
stop rowing?
Yeah. Well, I've not been rowing.
Can
for
you
a while,
give
though.
me a dexterity check?
Yeah.
With guidance.
Yeah.
From
Is it a check
um,
or a save?
check.
Check.
You're trying to swap positions
Oh, okay.
in a fight in a rowboat.
16.
Yeah, you're fine. You managed to
So-
shift
Yeah,
positions.
just tell him to row and I'll keep
Yeah.
try and keep us clear.
Whistles in whispers in harmony.
Whistles in harmony is quite cute.
Yeah, that's fine.
The
Not in the shadow.
ominous whistling gets louder again, and I'd like the creature to make an intelligence saving throw DC 16. Nearby one of its, like, so between
I
us,
hate this game.
between us and it, near one of its kind of like line-like features, a 10-foot fireball starts to manifest under the water with like the
Under the water.
yeah, with like the
That looks
water
cool.
around it bubbling.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like a massive fireball that's starting to create. Only the creature can see it. It's basically a phantasmal force.
Okay.
It believes it to be absolutely
Yeah.
like there and true, so it can see it manifesting to the point where, because it's that close to the creature, like as in like because it can feel it and it physically believes it, it takes
Oh, I see.
6 points of psychic damage, but it believes it to be fire damage.
Ah. So how does that work?
It basically just
So-
believes it to be that like it's that true. It believes it is real damage. So it's psychic damage, it's mental damage.
But it doesn't. Does it take? So if it, so what I'm asking is, if it were vulnerable to fire, say.
No.
Okay, okay.
It
That's
is
what I'm
psy-
asking.
yeah,
It's because you
it's
said it
psychic
believes
dam-
it to be fire
it's
damage.
psychic damage.
Yeah, yeah.
But like it's
So the tag
mentally
of it is
thinking,
psychic.
yeah.
That's fine.
But
Yeah.
it when it's taken that damage,
It sees
thinks
it.
It's just been
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah. I get
Thinks
it.
it's been done.
Yeah.
So,
It's the way you said it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
cool.
It basically
6.
6 points. Yeah. The fireball kind of just starts like growing in size underwater to that like that 10-foot sphere.
Yeah.
Just of like sizzling water and spinning around, and basically is between us and the creature.
Okay. Does it remain?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there for its concentration up to a minute, basically. The sounds, temperature, and other stimuli are evident to the creature. It believes it to be entirely real and will react as appropriate to
Okay.
that sort of thing, and will justify everything that's happening. Like, will make efforts to justify it being real, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Nice move. It down. Boom. Raya.
Hello. I swoop down and I smack it in a limb.
So the limbs are on the other side of their ship, or you've got the main meat of it in between the boats.
I'm going for meat.
You go for the meat. So you're kind of hovering in between the middle of them anyway. You straight down and shillelagh. It'd be brilliant if you're like, no, I'd dagger. I just wanted a magic stick.
Slingshot.
Yeah. Do you not have any like terrifying cantrips?
The thorn whip or something.
Nothing that will work in water,
Okay. I mean, magic is,
unless an infestation of rats can just appear.
I wouldn't get in a lake full of rats.
That sounds horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf bear leaves. Don't like rats.
So it's a 19 to hit.
You successfully hit. It's alright. We've only got
9 hours. Ridiculous. 10 hours.
No.
3 days. 3 days and 9 hours. It's alright.
Got 3 packets of bourbon.
I was about to say, it's alright, we've got biscuits on the way.
That nap was not
That's really disappointing.
There's still shit tons of
8
crisps out
points of bludgeoning damage.
8.
Yeah, that includes my hunter's mark.
How would Raya like to
Yeah!
dispatch
I think this is the first thing that I've ever actually killed.
with your shillelagh?
I look sadly at my spiritual weapon and just let it drop.
Don't drop anything yet.
Just go, fuck off, calamari, smack.
Fuck off, calamari. As the
I was doing the afternoon.
as this creature, whatever it is,
Leave calamari.
you hit it.
Calamari's not swearing.
Raya, you hit it. Yep, with your magical stick. Right? And when you hit the folding of hide, the flesh, as you make the dent in it, there are a lot of bubbles that come out as if screaming underwater. And the meat of it just kind of floats there. Your vines have not reacted any differently.
Oh.
Cool.
Why do you look like you're a shocked middle-aged woman?
Sort of.
I will speak to your manager.
Yeah. So that's your turn, Raya. Yeah, you fly down, smash.
Back on the
Yeah.
menu, boys.
It's now your ship. Wolf Bearer, Faze.
I'm.
Oh, Faze, eh?
Wait, how far up was I from?
So, well, how far can you fly?
Yes. Call it that. I'm done.
Yeah. Do you fly back up a little bit?
Not with the distance though.
Okay, cool. So, Bjorn, Faze, Wolf Bearer.
How far away are the vines?
Food's here. The vines are on their side of the
Not
ship.
wrong.
The vines are on their sides of the ship.
Is the creature's not moving at all? It's just still.
The one that she's just hit is just now floating. And it look, you know, it's thick hide, fleshy.
Dude.
I need to be anyone.
Can I move the spiritual weapon to the vines?
Yeah. How far can it move?
I think 20 feet.
No.
No?
That all's going to be what?
Like
10,
4 squares.
10.
I mean, I can move it on the boat. Like, if I can move it 20 feet to on the boat, as long as it can reach it to hit it.
Yeah, it's a bit wibbly, but yeah, go for it.
Feel wibbly.
We ain't got a battle map, it'll be fine.
Okay, because
It's not going to break the game. We'll say your spiritual weapon, because of the desperation's got reach.
hey, it's in your head, so it's a little hard for me to tell.
Don't put your spiritual weapon in my head. I attack the DM.
Is that not? No.
No, my AC is super
Start
low. I
throwing
always
things
get
at
it.
you.
No one's ever missed me.
18 to hit that time.
18 hits. The vines.
Uh,
I will say, sorry, the vines currently are at disadvantage because they're beneath the water.
20 to hit. but
Go
still-
on, go on, yeah.
Well, 23 actually, but it still doesn't make a difference, and it was 9 damage of the spiritual weapon. So that's the bonus action. And then
Can they see us because we're encloaked in the grey?
A spiritual weapon.
Oh, right, okay. You don't have
I'm
to
just
be able
moving
to
it
see where
towards
to.
you, and then
Oh,
it'll
right.
hit.
That's my only explanation I'm giving. Because I said so.
No, I don't use it very often.
I'm assuming it's more sensory with a spiritual weapon rather than
Yeah.
Don't know.
go hit the thing over there.
It's a spiritual cloak, just slap it all.
Can I see any other threats near us, apart from knowing that they're being attacked by something?
Can you see what, sorry?
Any other threat near us?
Give me a perception check.
Ah, can I try again?
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
It takes too long.
I'm Tony.
The Tony curse has passed.
I'll take that as a miss then. So at your low perception check, there doesn't seem to be any other major threat. You personally can't see the vines out the water, in the water, whatever, but you know they were there because your spiritual weapon reacted violently.
As the spiritual weapon is sort of glowy, I'm going to shoot towards the spiritual weapon with my crossbow. In the hope that I might hit something. Don't get hit.
So you're going
You
to
could potentially hit 3 somethings.
Could do. That'd be funny. It wouldn't hit very hard.
Yeah,
fire your
hilarious.
crossbow.
Just see a long sword coming back at
Disadvantage,
you.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah.
And depending on the number you get, depends on what you hit
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
miss.
This is a very bad idea.
I just
but
need to, if it's above 10, someone gets it.
Okay. So the total would be 17. Which at disadvantage, I think it's not bad.
Roll your damage, please.
Damage. Okay.
Disadvantage into the blinds. I mean, you're not wrong. It's a good roll.
I mean, it's as good as I can get, right? 6. I figure even if I hit someone, it's not going to hurt very much.
17 wouldn't hit him. So.
Yay.
Alexander will now do a concentration check.
Oh, Alexander.
He's on
Yeah.
my boat.
No, he's
No,
not.
you've got
Wolfbearer is.
Wolfbearer.
Just because they look exactly the same and speak the same.
Did you get that
I
picture?
got that picture.
Taking a picture of you
It's a
going.
beautiful picture.
Obviously.
Oh, that's amazing.
You could take a photo of me having a shit, it'd be beautiful.
Follow us on Twitter.
2:30, you lunatic.
Sorry.
Reply.
Sorry. I'm not looking at you when you. We need to give you little things to throw at me. Food.
Yeah.
You hear a
Sorry.
picky voice. The Bane though stays up. He doesn't fail concentration. Are you done? Yeah.
Sorry.
We've now entered a PvP situation.
He doesn't know it's me.
Get the cannons out.
Can't see the vines.
There's an opaque smoke around the ship, and the vines are on the other side of the ship.
Alright. But the vines are coming from underneath.
Well, the last time you saw them, they came out the water on their far side, and then we're hitting them.
Okay. Guesstimate under the boat then where it would be, and I'm going to launch the axe and attempt to hit something under the boat. I know it's a disadvantage.
If I could add like a triple disadvantage to this, roll to attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
We're all like, what's going on?
I'm just taking so many pictures because the emotions that are just flooding.
There's only one emotion.
Disadvantage 21.
Cool. Do we damage?
Hmm?
Do we damage?
I've not got my shield, have I?
You can have some banging headshots just there.
I'm glad there's a shot on the end of that. I mean,
With this
it's not my birthday.
Could be.
Yeah, I'll have a second birthday. Rule Britannia.
Sounds bad.
She'll be happy.
$25.
25. Take 12 points of damage, Althea.
She's on the boat.
Yeah.
I was launching it under the boat, into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blind.
Yeah, we
So-
gotta stop
Into a
doing this.
grey mist.
As
You hear a.
as this, you hear
This is
this,
straight down.
you hear this. Woof.
What did he throw?
A incredibly powerful dwarven battle axe.
So I recognise the axe as it hits me.
I mean, it's less recognition and like, oh, just did that. But the axe comes smashing through, splintering some of your rowboat. It would have hit Alexander, but you swap places. And then you just get clipped with this axe. It comes back, doesn't it? And then goes back. You move out of the way, and it goes out the
I'm
smoke.
sure I recognise that motion of an axe
Well, he
returning
made
to
it look like Costo's battle axe, so yeah. What else are you doing? Anything else?
Do I hear the splinter of the wood enough here?
Oh, yeah.
Pain.
Well, she don't cry out. Pig.
Yawn!
You hear that?
Stop it!
You're no.
Faze, stop it!
Okay.
One little crossbow bolt.
I'm
I didn't
not
throw an axe, did
going to
I?
use my second attack.
No.
Thank you!
What he basically did is, I throw it in the water, and the squid, it went boing.
Into the boat and into me. Like,
It was Eddie's fault, he gave me the idea of skimming, so. You call it skimming a stone or skipping a stone?
Skipping.
We call it skim.
Either.
Yeah.
lobbing a stone.
Skippers, skimmers.
No,
you know what I mean?
lobbing.
Just
Lobbing's for all something.
welly in a stone.
There's a brick.
Well in the axe.
Well in the axe.
Welly in a axe.
So is that you done?
I
This is your chance to take her out. She can't see.
For
Do
your
it for
sister.
Vicoding.
Do it for your sister.
I can't. There's nothing else I can do. So yeah, that's the end of my go.
Fez, do you want to shoot your bow again?
Cause us more damage while we're trying to wrestle with a fucking squid.
Yeah, no. Wait, I mean, if it's a full turn again, I'll hit it with
Your,
spiritual
it's
weapon.
the end of the turn. It's your turn. It's your turn.
No, I have my turn. I hit with spiritual weapon.
Oh, and,
I
then,
shot
and
crossbow
yeah,
bolt
so this is
now,
part of your turn. And Wolfbearer will
Continue to roll.
Row faster, Wolfbearer. And thank you for your help.
You're in the third quarter of the lake, so you'll be there in 6 seconds.
Is Althea still rowing in the right direction?
I'm not rowing anymore.
She's not rowing anymore.
Oh, okay.
You are slightly
Alexander
ahead.
is rowing.
She's gonna kill you when she gets off that boat, Bjorn.
I didn't do nothing.
Don't forget the axe.
How do you know? We didn't see anything.
I heard her, and I saw you throw the axe.
Yeah, you don't know why.
What?
Right, do you want to know how long it's been since you've been on Twitter?
Go on.
Does anyone need healing? Says Wolfbearer. Out loud.
Alexander, maybe? Yes! Definitely Althea.
Alexander, maybe. You just throw your arm.
You have to be able to see them.
I don't. Just general direction.
Probably that boat.
Did you take it?
I'd agree with that, though.
That is your header on Twitter.
Short rest.
That's how long it's been.
I made Twitter just for that.
You did.
Holy Pope.
I didn't use Twitter.
We get 11 points of healing back.
Yay!
Which one?
I took 12 damage, so.
As you get 11 points of healing back, you feel as if the mountains themselves are beside you. Last round before you reach the bank, hopefully. Behind you is a large, floating, blubbery mass. Around your ship there are vines, and you can hear something hard hitting the bottom of the rowboat, like wood on wood type stuff. Sword fighting.
Are there any more
Vines, yes.
coming up? Out?
They are actually, yes, next round, so 3 more come up.
Okay. I'm gonna.
And they go first because you've got an initiative 12. So you get struck out at.
Yeah.
You get struck out again. You get struck out again.
My AC is 17, so I've not got my shield out. Just so you know.
Shit. Why do we even
Slower
go
than
there?
usual.
Carry on.
Huh?
So you do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
The smoke goes.
The smoke goes.
Yeah.
Okay. I am gonna lash out at one of the.
I had all sorts going for this monster.
Lash out at the tentacles. Two-handed with my sword. For 20 something, 24.
Yeah.
It's sad when the DM's depressed because he can't kill
Yeah,
you.
because his monsters are rubbish.
I love. I'm loving sound chat.
It's dice. It's
We
dice.
can
Sam,
do this,
it's dice.
thanks. Just keep waiting patiently until the adventurers kill themselves.
For 13 damage, the first one.
You kill one of the vines.
Next vine is 23.
You hit the vine.
For 9 damage.
You don't kill the vine.
I won't use my whatever
Action
it is.
surge.
Yeah, action surge to kill it. So yeah, that's me.
Fizz? Not Fizz.
Hi.
Whistles.
Whistles!
There's 2 vines. One she just chopped in half. You
Creatures.
3 in this ship get the feeling that whether it's part of it or another one or whatever it is, it's attached to the bottom of the boat.
Is it still like so? Is it, if it's the same creature, I'm still on the same phantasmal force. Is it like?
Does it move? Does your force move?
No, like it just sees it, like it feels it's there. So
Yeah.
if it moves, it's just like created in between us and the boat. Innit?
Yeah. So there's a your phantasmal force aided that. It's doing its job. It's doing its job.
But I need to know if it's still up, like is that part of the creature, like they can see it died or whatever, or like because I don't know if it.
Yes.
What I'm saying, like, 'cause I would sense that if it.
The creature that failed its save still sees it there.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
They take 1 point of psychic damage. Into water bubbles.
One of the vines collapses. The one you hit. There's 1 vine left. 1 point of psychic. Got a kill on a 1 point of psychic. Do you have to make it do that?
I just maintain it's
So you're not doing any action bonus or movement?
So so it's like a
Oh,
maintainer.
I see.
So,
I see.
Um,
I see. And you use your action to do damage with it.
Similarly, so each round, your turn, 1 second. Oh, in fact, no, because as long as I don't break the concentration, it still takes.
That's what I mean. Is it like a
yeah,
spirit
like
guardian?
I read that wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was an action that I had to
Yeah,
do
that's what I was
first.
asking.
Yeah. Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair
Is
point.
that my favourite spell?
I actually guessed that, but I'm taking credit.
Yeah, like I thought it was a maintainer,
Yeah.
but it's not.
That's
Because
why
it's only 1d6.
That's why I was
guess they've just
clarifying
got-
that it's like spirit guardians, isn't it?
yeah.
Just
I guess 1d6 is like nothing, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Well, you just killed the vine with it.
Yeah.
I really like the visual. I need you to draw that, Tony. That fireball underwater in the shadow for.
Who's like, I'm in. I'm not doing anything else.
I mean, you've taken their
Yes.
character out, so
Um,
on-site
the-
artist.
Who's that?
Whispering, whistling around gets louder, but then starts turning into like a cackling laughter. I will vicious mockery the creature, so it can make a wisdom saving throw DC 16.
And how would you like to do your vicious mockery?
It's just
It
like
failed.
the-
It failed.
So it'll take.
Or is it taking the whistling as the vicious mockery?
Yeah, so it'll turn into a cackling
Okay.
laughter instead of
Ah, I see,
as
I
part
see.
of the whistling.
Damage?
Take 5 points of, I think it's psychic. Yeah, 5 points of psychic damage.
You see the vine kind of, as if someone's wringing it out, it kind of twists in on itself. And goes in, instead of that fluid motion, it kind of like goes like a dry branch, but it's still kind of there, trying to resist it.
At this point, I'm just stood on the side of the boat, kind of looking out. To be fair, like
3, 4, 2, beast.
although my constitution and strength are not good at the minute, so I'm just like skinny and feeble. I guess it looks quite dark and ominous, like with the laughter and all the whistling. Whistling going on.
I planned it, mate. Planned it.
That's it.
Alexander.
Oh, Alexander.
Vote. Very
Please.
fucking quick.
Alexander, as he's rowing, will firebolt. He's trying to save his spells for reasons. Rhea?
What's left?
This one tentacle attacking them just as they're about to hit the other side of the lake.
Fradoosh. Smack.
Skadoosh. Smack.
So I mean, it's.
I'm going to take a reroll.
I'm taking this vine down. This TPK threatening vine.
Much better. 23.
Damn. Yep.
It is better. Was it necessary?
Doesn't have a mark on it.
Yes, it does. It's the same creature. You just killed one half of it.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
And you all die. Thanks for coming. We're gonna go play on the Xbox. Yeah, you hit the vine so hard that the dried brittleness that your vicious mockery did when you hit it, it's Terminator. You know, yeah, into the water, and both your ships get to the other bank.
Apparently, Asda is here.
Not the delivery. Asda.
Asda has arrived.
We saw who was in the room.
Asda probably saw the delivery come through and go, are you kidding me? They live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lazy.
Can't leave this table for 12 hours.
So I
Sorry.
put my order McDonald's to my house. They're like, you could just roll down this hill.
You have to roll back up.
Rolling uphill is hard. You reach the other side of the bank. The vines are no longer there. You see the creature, just the corpse of it, in the middle of the lake. There's no more smoke. There's no more vines. Both rowboats are across the water.
What is it?
What are you asking?
You.
Well, at the minute, it looks like a lump of flesh in the water. Do you fly out? and
No
start-
discernible recognizing.
If you wanna try and pull it to the bank and get it out the water and have a look. Ask Velt for help. Nails at the minute. Them two, not too much. but there's definitely a almost now elven features to.
Looking a bit gaunt.
Yeah. Cheeks. Must a bit. Too much cheeks. Ye old whistles looks like starvation, like sleep deprived, something, you name it. Not the little chunky satire you saw before. No longer a chubster, my friend.
Perhaps a rest before we carry on. No.
I mean, I suppose we don't need locate anymore, but we have the little map from the creatures.
I was going to catch the food.
Okay, have some Fanta. Or other orange drink.
Or another orange drink.
I don't want another orange, I want Fanta.
No, it's more fun our way.
Yeah.
It was the same guy who delivered yesterday when your boyfriend delivered stuff. He was like, here's another load. He was like, do you drink a lot of Fanta? And I was like, actually no.
There's 8 of us in here.
We'll do that.
There's 7, but I didn't
7
explain
of
what
us.
we're doing. He was like,
Hello,
you
orange
can't
soda.
have too many people.
3.
Tony?
Is the
Kel loves orange soda, mate.
Yeah.
You want
I
it?
can.
Eddie, you want it? You want it?
That's just pass round.
I need
I know
to
it's
go.
got a pizza in it, but just have to deal with it.
It's fine.
What's that? Round
It'll
20?
just cook quicker later.
Oh, did you mention about the jaffa cakes that they never gave to us?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Does anyone want to come?
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick. Nick.
Right, I put myself on the end deliberately for this, so I don't have to run in and
I
out.
don't know if you heard, but you're both across the other side. You are out. Whistles looks very, very underfed. Like their physicality is incredibly drained and drawn from them. Althea looks a lesser version of that. Even Alexander seems to have a bit of, you know.
We got off like,
Yeah.
that's rough.
Fiona suggested a short rest with someone else.
We are not. We're all insight checking beyond.
If we take a short rest, that's fine, but my packing of the theory will
That's
drop.
where the spell will go.
Hope then that we know where they are.
So the spell should be working again now, because there's no longer water between us and Etheria. So which direction and how strong was it? I don't know.
So still north easterly. The ahead of you is the mountain range. Obviously, mountains are quite large. It's not like you're at the base of them. But
Just
according
that
to the
side.
bird people, Raya, just so you know, the bird people, once you hit the other side, made sure you all hit the other side and then flew back.
Gone.
Hannah.
Wait.
I ordered breakfast, but they said chicken. Is that okay? I ordered you breakfast and they said chicken.
I'll eat it. Unless it's one of them where they go, we put chicken and fucking
Chicken,
stuff in,
yeah.
for fuck's
All the
sweet corn.
chicken fajita wrap. I don't know if that's better for you.
I'm going to eat one of them and cry while I eat the other two. Thank you.
Chicken fajita wrap?
No,
Instead? No.
green stuff.
As well
Don't be nice again.
After's fault, not mine.
Yeah. So how long do I reckon I've got left on this spell?
20 minutes?
We're not going to make it there.
25 minutes maybe.
Anyway.
It'll took you about. It won't take you too long. Maybe 15 to get to the lake. 24 seconds to get across it. Rowing really quick because you're athletes. So you got about half an hour, I'd say.
Okay.
But the picture that the bird drew you, like your little wow wow Crocodile Dundee moment, is telling you at least in the direction the picture was.
Take the short rest. I think if we've got to, we need healthy people. for us.
Healthy people.
I'm fine.
Well, I don't need to be any stronger.
No, but you're looking.
We need to be less close to
Hail.
death, my friend.
Well, depends what you're trying to do.
You look a bit haggard, and I reckon if a strong gust of wind blew past, you'd fall over and not get back up.
I don't know if an hour is going to make us feel any better.
Depends what you're trying to achieve.
You look like you need a good night's sleep, but that's certainly not something we're going to have now.
All right. In which case we keep going. Does anyone have any major injuries that can be healed? No. Alexander. Real sorry about that crossbow bolt. Shall we?
About that.
Won't even make eye contact with me. Alexander?
Yeah, no, she was probably like, sorry. Didn't mean to hit you. Was aiming for something else.
Hey up Rossum, you probably won't learn out from us. We are absolute whammers.
Oh, we make stupid choices. We make calamari.
Well, actually,
Well,
we
thank-
make
thank
stupid
you for
choices,
watching.
and Eddie stares at us all.
We will do our best. So is the plan to keep walking?
Yeah, plan to keep walking.
So, and are you going to keep it up for the half hour and then cast it again?
I can't. Half hour's what we get.
Okay. Are you at pace or?
I think at pace we have to be to try and get as far as possible before the spell drops.
Well,
I have a vague idea anyway, don't we, from the...
only for your own information, if you take a cordial jaunt, I will class that as a short rest.
Okay.
But you would be at casual walking pace.
I
Other than-
can't gain anything from a short rest, so I don't mind if other people
You're
can.
not missing hit.
One.
Oh.
James,
Didn't he take 11 off
how
you?
far out
He
is
healed.
you assuming
Oh, they just healed you.
Alexander healed
Oh
me.
yeah, Alexander healed you, yeah.
He
No,
took
Alexander-
12 off
Wolfbearer-
and Alexander
Wolfbearer-
healed for 11. Or Wolfbearer
Wolfbearer
healed for
healed
11.
I think we'd have to keep going
Fucking
at pace to
NPC.
try and get as far as possible before the spell drops. I think it would make most sense rather than trying to get a
So
short
cast
rest.
pass without a trace. Everyone huddle up.
We're not really stealthing, so.
We might when we get closer.
I mean, yes, but then cast it.
When we get closer, I'm going to cast pass without a trace. Dude, this is the reason why you don't come,
So
come
it
here.
begins.
I
I love it.
Yes.
We start moving through towards the mountain. The natural pull of where this, where the magic that you are concentrating on, is not directly at the mountains, but where they would. What was that?
The Wookiee in your living
Well,
room.
where would they? Where they peak out. So Fair's at the end of the mountain range where the. I'm trying to tell you where you're going. Where the villages that they tried to tell you where you might look. It's pointing there, whereas the picture was obviously go there and then follow the mountains. So you can either go closer to the mountains or you can just ignore the mountains and try and get the best of your half
Does
hour.
it look on the picture like the mountains curve and we'd end up in a similar
It is a
orientation?
super scratched in the mud.
I know.
Yeah, so it is. There's just no more triangles next to the village. There's like 2 triangles that you'd have to walk.
Did you
To get
copy
there.
the map, or is this just your memory of the map?
It wasn't a map. You drew it in the mud.
Yeah. I think we'd have to follow around the mountains a bit because if we try and go directly over them.
You don't have to go over them. It's this side. It's this side. They're just used as a guide in the picture. So the bird was basically going, get mountains, turn right.
Follow the navigation because we can still find the
Yeah.
things
Okay.
we need to, whereas we can't relocate
On this side of the lake,
navigation spots,
there is
so-
more trees that they're not like clumped, but they're kind of more spread out. Give me a survival check.
Okay. Place is good at many things. This is not necessarily it. Survival.
Don't you dare yawn.
I can't even roll dice. Oh, okay. They're 14.
Okay.
It's not awful. Guidance, for God's sake.
This is where I do miss Steve. It's like, oh, have you ever thought about doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, you just had it on copy paste, that lad. So, you walk for a couple. How long you got? Half an hour?
Yeah.
You get near the mountains, as close as getting a mountain is. These are not. I mean, they're still a mountain, but you've seen far bigger in the material realm, in Etoria and other places. Ravenholm's not known for its mountain range, but the ones that are in the northeast of Ravenholm are massive. Hello, Lycambit. Welcome. You can now see that, not necessarily the village itself, but you can see that there is a cluster of something, maybe a couple of hours stretch. There's nothing blocking your view. Mountains are on your left now, up in the sky. You can touch the bottom of them. But straight in front of you, you can see a populace that has taken advantage of being built close to the end of the mountain range. The terrain in front of you is incredibly less grassy and more the rocks and stuff that you'd expect. Little bits of green now and then that's great. But you'd know not a chance will your spell get you anywhere near that village.
But can I try and get like a dead
It's in that direction. Like literally, if you put out a laser pen, it'd be at those cluster of buildings a couple hours in front of you.
Fine. Then we'll just keep going.
That's well, 1,000 feet in that direction, but you know what I mean. Okay, so you keep going. A few more minutes pass, the spell drops. But the last thing you had was towards that village.
Do you feel like it's getting stronger as we're moving?
Does it do that? Does it do it?
I don't know.
As far away as the village is now,
Yeah.
moving, say we slow down, move stealthily, how long to get there?
At the pace you're at, it'd be a couple of hours. If you slow it down to cordial jaunt, add an hour.
Okay.
So it'd be 3 hours.
Stick at this place, at least until we get closer.
Yeah. It's just the direction of the creature's location. It doesn't necessarily say it gets stronger or not. I think that's down to.
Okay, well, you can have an element of confidence that it's at least in that direction and it matched up to where it was trying to point you before.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep going. Just keep swimming.
Let's keep swimming.
We might find a theory. We might die.
About an hour and a half out. Have you slowed down or were you just asking?
I was just saying.
Alright, cool.
For
Magic reasons,
That's
yeah.
right.
So you are 1 hour out, we'll go with, if you're after timings and such. Give me perception checks, please.
Perception. I'm pretty good at perception. Also 10, 17.
17, nice.
12.
So we'll just go with you at the minute, right?
24.
And whispers. Whistles.
Oh, Jesus. So 17. Up in the mountain, the out I don't know what you call it, outcroppings of the mountains and the stony bits to your left. You can see that there is quite a lot of movement. It's like looking at a cliff full of seagulls, but these creatures don't look like they can fly. You see more detail, the Evoke, where they have an ape-like movement to them. But when they get to flatter bits, when they're moving from the jagged outcroppings to a smoother bit, and then where there's nothing hanging out, they're still able to climb the faces and stuff, almost like they either have the grip of a giant or sticking to the side of it.
On the mountain.
They're just up in that. I mean, they are miles away from
Yeah,
there, but you can see them quite clearly. That there is a collection of whatever these creatures are living in like little caves of the mountain and stuff, and they're just kind of curious, and it does remind you of like apes in a forest or jungle or etc. But they are mountainous and they do move like that, except when they're doing the flat bits where they're kind of flat against the wall. They don't seem to be bothering you, and you're an hour out. Ahead of you, nothing blocking your view of the village. Even an hour out, you can see the shapes of the buildings. They do have an element of ye olde Ravenholm, like a bit of a Victorian edge to them. But yeah, you're about an hour out. Does that help you, or do you need to be closer for magics and stuff? Could you give me another D100, please, Tony? This is the decider, by the way.
They're your bourbons as well.
Oh, my bourbons. Oh, yeah.
Yes. 69.
Nice.
Nice.
My
Can't
phone
do
battery
anything
was
about
on that.
It's decided, innit? You know what I mean? The gods have spoken. At 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. So what are you doing? You got an hour out. I'll keep moving you forwards unless you tell me to stop. Well, I don't know if you want to sneak in, fly around,
I
invisible.
think sneaking as we get closer would be.
Pass me that trace.
I need
Wait till the plan.
a minute.
I think it's an hour.
I need a minute to summon the elemental.
How long does it last?
An hour.
Maybe wait till we actually get there.
It's ritualistically casting though, isn't it? It's a minute to
I'm
cast.
just trying to in character explain why I keep asking how far away from the village. You all fucking carry on. You know, just do it. Yes, let's go.
In character.
Yeah, I'm not swearing.
I mean, do it whenever you want to. It seems like it's going to wear off before we get there.
In the distance, is there?
No, I'm
towards
not
the
doing
village,
it.
Is there anything?
Whatever you want, man.
Is there any like? Is it just open? Plain
From where you
fields,
are, it just
or is
follows
it,
the base of the mountain.
Like, is it? Like, is it
Rocky.
open? Is it
It is open.
open? Or like, is it? So is
There's
it
no
grassland?
fence.
Or is
It
there,
is-
is there any
it's-
features that are tall before we get to? The
So between here and the village, the mountains on your left. I mean, I know you can't just touch a mountain on your left, but the greenery here non-existent. There is maybe for smaller folk, you could use where it's because obviously where it joins this plain land, there are elements of large rocks and such, but there's not anything that is tall. But there are low. Maybe if you like took a bit of a squat crouch, sort of low. If you want a paintballing, for instance.
Yeah.
But there's nothing large like the woodland that followed you from the lake, like half hour ago, kind of veers off away from the village. There's no fence. There's nothing they've put in made-wise out this side. So it's not like you could, they're going to see you coming a mile away. But there's not a lot. You couldn't hide an army.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you could maybe ones and twos.
Rocks and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's not flat. It's just you'd have to pick it a bit better.
If you think your friend is here, perhaps it might be an idea to kind of have an idea who's going to go. What are you trying to do? Grab them? Or
Grab them, get out, leave the shelter
how are you leaving?
with the plane shift.
Myself and Alexander can instantly cast a portal to go back to either Buxy Bay or Bronze Falls. If you wish to come, there's space. Says Wolfbearer.
Oh, we might not see whistles again.
Well, the offer's there, my friend.
I can maybe turn one of you invisible and just run around and grab
I'm in.
But not now, or
Well, when we get closer, so
Oh.
if we sneak up and there's like rocks and things we could hide behind, I could turn maybe two of you invisible, and you can sneak in and off you go, as long as you make some sort of signal that you've managed to achieve it, so then everybody else knows how to leave or when to leave.
I mean, carrying Etheria out would probably be the signal for floating pink.
Why would you carry Etheria out when you could just go there if you have two methods of leaving, like you said?
Do we need?
We could. I've got
Do
an
you
idea.
need open space for the?
as long as we are touching.
Why don't you take?
If Etheria is unconscious or worse, as long as one of us, as long as we are linked.
So,
So
hand
you could
holding.
take Alexander or Owlbearer with you. And you could
Wolfbearer,
just-
my brother
Wolfbearer,
died. Thanks.
Sorry,
thank
sorry,
you.
sorry.
It's uncanny. Thank you.
Alexander or Wolfbearer could go with you because they can both get you home. All you need to do is get to Etheria, and maybe Etheria, if she is able, could send a message to one of us or something to let us know that it's complete and you go, and then the rest of us go on the other side with the other person that doesn't go with you.
My
That's
worry,
what Russell was trying to communicate, I think, yes.
my worry though is that Everdark, how powerful they are, we do not know.
Okay.
The
So
place
surely getting
that-
out quicker is the way forward.
That eliminates
Yes,
you having to
but-
come back to it.
But what I'm saying is, who is to say that we can leave quickly? If there are magics put on the place that Etheria is in, what if we rush in
From what
and
we've seen though, it didn't look that.
Etheria has the ability to message us. So if once you get to her, you could let us know whether you're coming back, whether you're going, whether you're, and Alexander and Owlbearer both have the ability to heal. Wolfbearer, sorry.
I was doing it yesterday.
Wolfbearer and
He's
Alexander
just
both,
loved, alright? You know what I
both
mean?
have the ability to heal. So if Etheria is hurt, they can sort out Etheria, having one of them with you would mean that if necessary you can just leave as soon as you get Etheria, and the other one with us, we can just leave.
Yes.
And we have plenty of conjured things to keep
Just
But
Everdark busy for us to then go.
I will say that to our little one.
also, not that it's a bad thing or anything, but if we leave using both tuning forks, is that what you're suggesting? 2 teams leave. I will be able to take you to Bronze Falls, but Alexander, correct me if I'm wrong, will go to Buxy Bay, and Alexander nods.
We can come together again.
That's fine. I
Is
just
there
wanted.
teleportation
It would be a
circle?
way.
Is that today, you know?
Alexander's like, how do you think I got to Bronze Falls?
Yeah. That's good to know though, in case
Yes,
we
it's
get to the
just-
other side
just-
and we
I
panic.
just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
I don't know who this Everdark is, but
It's cracking
if
that.
they are powerful, one of the worries would be that they could see through invisibility. But it's also something that if I can make 2 people invisible, but they'd have to consider how they're going to communicate with each other too, because they'd have to know the other side that both of them are there with Etheria.
Do you turn to Wolfbearer and Alexander? Do you either of you? I know that you do, Alexander. Wolfbearer, are you able to send messages sort of psychically, like Etheria can do? I know we've done it with you before, Alexander, but that might be a way that you and Bjorn could communicate while if you do go together.
I
Use the
messaged.
message.
I told Alexander where you were yesterday.
Was that with a cantrip, or we don't want to use spells to
It's
do
the same way Faze does it.
sending? So that's quite an expensive way.
And I didn't pray for the minor one this morning. I thought more healing, maybe communication should have been a better one, but
We could.
Alexander, can you use the cantrip version?
I can. I can. In Orcish.
We can still hold on to each other.
Hold on to each other. But Alexander, you can communicate with messages. Alexander could use message on you, and you can reply, and that's how you can communicate. And it's a cantrip, so it's not going to waste.
Can I
resources.
reply to your message?
Yes.
Can reply to message, and that's how
Can
you could
reply to
talk.
message.
Because Whistle says that.
Thank
Whistle said that it's a good point that talking isn't an option when you're invisible trying to sneak around. So.
Isn't message verbal?
Messages verbal.
But it's a
Sending a
whisper.
psychic message.
I mean, it
But
could
it's
also-
a whisper.
I don't.
I love how you are. We can do it psychically. This, we'll keep it quiet. Well,
You can speak quietly while invisible, can't you?
you can
If
speak
you, I'm just gonna say,
quietly.
if you're going to whisper to
As
each
long
other,
as
you
you-
might
There's
as well
nothing
just...
stopping you
As long as you
speaking
don't-
quietly.
Hit anything or
Yeah.
cast
Look,
anything.
You don't. As long as you
It'll
put a
take,
lot of
like,
effort
take a
in.
large action.
Oh, can
Yeah.
you not cast cantrips?
Or cast a cat.
Or bonus.
Can't cast
It'd be a
any
terrible idea. But the point
Because
stands, being very
I
quiet
thought
with
it was being so
communication.
smart.
Communicate by touch where possible rather than speech. Do you know?
We could hold hands.
More
The
yes,
way to-
exactly.
What? One of us does have silent mind.
Do you know Morse code?
Dead person.
Morse code.
Yeah? No. What's Morse code?
Morse was a
Right,
famous Dragon Ball.
Starts doing Morse code. It doesn't exist.
None of them understand it. That actually has sorted something out for me for World Anvil. Thank you. Carry on.
You're welcome. So, fun fact. Brian knows Morse code.
Character. Yeah, in background. Used to be in the navy, then became
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
fair.
say-
And how about communicating in the trees?
Oh, get out of my tree.
Oh! Nah.
So, 2 of us that are invisible.
Have you stopped, by the way?
Well, we sort this
Or
out, yes.
planning.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
definitely
definitely.
slow down.
I did it for a walk and talk, because you're closer, or have you gone, we're an hour out, let's have a think.
Yeah.
Stop for a think.
First we need to find them, because the spell has gone. We need to know exactly which building they are in.
How big
2
is
of
your
us.
friend?
How big's our friend? Average size?
Thick. They're taller than me.
I love how you're always thick.
They're also bright pink, if that helps at all.
Doesn't help on size, but yeah.
Would they be pinky yellow? Not necessarily.
I can only assume they will be in a almost heavily guarded place.
Well, no, again, not necessarily. It depends if Everdark's shown up or not. Otherwise, it might just be one individual who, because they weren't expecting to go to
The dwarven
Shadow.
assassin.
Shadow place.
Fell.
Shadowfell. Thank you. I was thinking Shadowfell and I knew it was wrong.
You got
Yeah.
all the way there, just the last two letters.
They weren't
Shadow
expecting to
Fae.
go with Shadowfell.
Yeah.
So they're waiting for Everdark to come and collect Etheria. So it could just be that one individual who was the assassin who took Etheria. Because this wasn't where they were aiming to be. So it doesn't mean that they're going to be in the most heavily guarded place, because it could be and in the scrying as well, it was just the assassin and Etheria.
My
Until
next
it
romance
switched
novel.
to Everdark, and then we had that lovely conversation.
The assassin who took me.
I know. I saw loads in the screen.
So, what do we want to do?
I don't know. Every time I suggest invisibility and going in, people say no.
We agreed to that.
Well, let's go then.
We need to get closer.
Yes.
Get to the rocky area, and maybe kind of that's where we use the invisibility, and then
I would summon a North Elemental and leave it on the open.
if you send it in just to cause
Have it?
distractions, I guess would be my suggestion, and then the rest of us stay close enough to each other that we can do other bits to keep the focus of this ever dark.
Sorry, just with the sensor that I've got, the incense thing, can I preload it in any way that would make it easier to?
You activate it. So if you pour the potion into it,
Yeah.
like right now, it
Yeah.
doesn't do anything, it doesn't spill, it just sloshes inside.
Hold until
When you
I.
activate it,
Yeah.
the divine light will ignite
Okay.
and then set off the magic.
Okay. And what would activating it be in
An
terms
action.
of actions in combat?
An
Would be
action.
An action. Okay. I'm going to preload it with
Yeah.
one of the stronger ones that we got.
Okay,
Just so that's okay.
I'll let you manage that.
Just going to load it on my little sensor. Post-it note. Then we've got
It is a kit, just so you know, mechanically and to get around your action economy. When you activate it, yeah, that's your action. It will pour out, and everyone within 5 feet of you gets the heal.
on my action.
Yeah, so you don't walk around with it.
Yeah.
You turn it on.
Yeah.
It does the thing.
And they get the healing immediately.
Yeah. If they're not there, they miss it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's not a mist that hangs around or anything. It's like an instant vapor.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I say what there is?
Yeah.
Shoving on the mask, trying to get through it, the gag.
Yeah.
And,
Has been for 5 hours.
trying to get their bonds onto the dark to sorrow.
With the broken glass. Why would you do that, Tony?
I don't know.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Absolute bastard.
It's not like anyone pointed it out at some point.
Over breakfast.
So yeah, Etheria, while working on the bombs and stuff, suddenly has a. But yeah, been working on the bombs as long as I could, and then
Give me a strength check for the biting of the gag.
I'm gonna re-roll because that is that's a good number.
Because that's not a good number.
That is the same number.
It's not the same number. That one's got a stick on it.
Oh, I thought the other one had a stick.
No.
No, we
Just because.
they got a 1 and then a 7.
I don't.
Yeah. Thank you, Dice of the Beholder.
I'm gonna use that one.
Quick.
I'm not gonna waste yet another one.
No.
That is.
Not allow you to use a third reroll.
I'll use as many as I want. I roll. Oh, I've got -1.
Not all for you.
They're not all for you at all.
9.
It needs to be though.
9.
9.
So on a DC of 10 to bite
Oh,
through a
for God's
rank.
sake. I rolled a 7. But I've got
But you got
-1.
-1.
I'm thick, but not very strong.
No, it's all in the sorcery, mate.
It's in the.
It's in the ass.
Yeah.
If you chewed it with your ass, you'd have got through it in no time at all.
Tom is asking an important question.
Top up to 200 for a reroll? Question mark.
Because Rich put in 100.
If you have to ask, I'm not answering.
Yes.
I think it's.
There is nothing complicated
Yeah,
about it,
it's
is
a
there? 200, but you get half a reroll.
Reroll, but at disadvantage.
If I use a half a reroll, is that a D10 to add to it?
You can have
Add a
0.5 to it.
D4.
You can have 0.5 to it.
Yeah. I'd probably roll a 1 and get half anyway.
And then give me a dex check on the
Come on.
rubbing on the bands of the broken glass.
Oh, Tony. Which dice did you roll? There's too many on here.
That one.
And for
Oh, yeah.
clarity, yes,
The one
you
with
do
the
have
2 on
another
it.
reroll.
Yeah. We are allowed the reroll.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to use it.
Really?
What is the theory you're trying to do?
Escape.
Dex check.
Unsuccessfully by the sound of it.
18.
Oh, 19 was the DC. This you actually managed to do. It does start cutting through them.
Yeah.
You are heavily bound as they know
Yeah.
you do magic. And if they didn't, flying out the window gave it away. Woof! Bonk. Love to us.
Here's what I could do. Are you telling me what you could do?
Send you an email. So you are now soaring through, alright? But somewhere in the force, you sense your friends nearby.
No idea.
So what's the plan? Get half hour out? Try and use the rocks for cover and such?
Like, wherever's 10, 15 minutes out, wherever's...
From about 30 minutes, you can pick points. So you can get as close in... It's just so you know spells wise if they're an hour or 10 minutes or... Okay.
As close as we can get.
Are you how are you approaching? Because 10 minutes out from a town is close.
Cut into bigger rocks that we can...
But sorry, what I mean is, are you just casually making them line of sight, or are you stealthing, or
Cut into...
are you pass without tracing? Can I have a stealth check, please?
Forever.
Yeah. Well, those that are stealthing.
We'll just pass
You-
without tracing, we do it.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, yeah.
You don't have to do it, Bayon, if you don't want to.
I'm going to take a reroll.
Cheers, Pidge.
Carry on, that's fine.
29.
3 left.
Whistles.
With plus 10.
Yeah.
26.
26, 29. Fairs.
With plus 10,
Oh,
that
thanks,
would
Tom.
be
Thank
14.
you, Tom.
Just give it
14.
5 cents.
I'm a cleric with disadvantage.
Ah,
And that was
disadvantage.
with guidance.
Disadvantage.
Thank you very much.
I did my best, like.
Oh, Tom's thrown in another.
5
Oh,
cents.
5 gifted subs. Oh,
18.
cheers, Tom.
Ah, nice, Tom. Ah,
What did you
very
get?
nice.
What did you get?
18.
What are we on here? Plus 10. 29 for Alexander.
Score.
Wolfbearer. Plus 10, yeah?
Did I get an advantage? Because I'm so similar to the rest of the colour palette of the world.
Natural camouflage. If you're in the Unseelie realm, yes.
Hey, if you don't ask, you don't get, right?
We'll go ahead and try.
Unfortunately, with AD, if you ask,
You just get
you
picked
rip,
on.
you rip it, you don't get anyone.
Yeah.
Just you.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to establish the rules. This is-
You knew that 36 sessions ago. If you haven't picked up on it by now, mate, that's why I rip into you.
I knew that 20 years ago.
Yeah. Wolfie. You kept bringing me Welsh cakes, mate. Like. So, you are sneaking. You're very confident that you are silent. What was yours? Are you not with this lot?
I'm not going with them. Are they sneaking in now
Yeah.
to where Etheria is?
No.
Waiting for Everdark.
Village.
Oh, into the village. I'll come with
Th-
the
Yeah, they're sneaking to 10 minutes out.
Yeah.
Change my mind.
Not going. Yeah.
That's
I'm
the-
saying because I'm not part of Team Rescue. So.
Yeah, I think you're getting 10 minutes out and then deciding Team
Okay.
Rescue go.
Um,
So spells can get cast and stuff.
Disadvantage though because of my armor.
You've got plus 10 because pass without a trace.
Yeah, but still disadvantage.
Yeah. Just didn't know if you heard that bit.
20.
That's fine.
Wow.
21.
You make your way to Whispers points out the rocks he was looking at before. They are more like two of you can hide behind one and then one behind another, but they're close together that you can kind of peek and see the village. Nothing seems to have reacted on your approach that you can see. Yeah. You're 10 minutes out.
Eldritch Sight.
Out, what's range?
30 feet. Radius.
Other than this lot. Nothing.
But I can activate it at will, so just.
Yeah. Do you just keep it up?
I know.
Does it turn? Is it like turn it on lasts an hour, lasts a minute, or instant and then fades? Or is it just on?
It's the beholder of death. That's the error screen. Thank you, DnD5e.
It's very dramatic.
Well, yeah, it's either a beholder or like an ancient black dragon saying, "No, page not found."
Just say 404. So it's
10 minutes. Concentration.
10 minutes concentration.
So until we get to 10 minutes out, and then I'll
And it's
probably-
at will.
Yeah.
So at the minute, just these lot. What? So, any prep you wish to do?
Not a lot I can do from here. So, nope, I'm good.
I cannot see any magical traps in the immediate vicinity, so I'm going to drop this and summon the elemental.
Okay.
You've got an earth element, haven't you?
I'm going to summon my echo as well.
How long does it last?
Until I dismiss it or it gets destroyed.
No, the earth element.
No. Matthew. Yeah. You do what with the flock on it?
Yeah.
Isn't it there on the chest set? What's that? What's that big thing?
Oh, there.
Earth Elemental, I'm pretty sure is behind your dice bag.
Ah, that guy. No, that's a shambling magnet. But I'll
I
take
was
it.
going to say something.
It's an earth
That's
creature.
my favourite one.
I think you'll
I
find.
did particularly well with the mushrooms on its head.
I think you'll find. I'll take it.
Taking that one. We're
Yeah,
taking that one
I've
forever.
got a new.
Cool. Let me know when that gets summoned. What's everyone else doing? Okay, so you've got a minute. Have you started the ritual?
Yeah.
You've got a minute before an earth elemental turns up.
Echo up.
Echo.
Oh.
I'm waiting until he's finished because I need to make.
When glory is not enough, you go for the glory hole. Cool. Wow. 3:30 in the morning. Afternoon. Mystic
Can
Black.
I? Because we're assuming, do we know, I know we haven't heard from Everdark, but we're assuming that he is on his way. Like we know that he's coming here.
You don't have to assume he's on his way. He's on his way.
He's on
You
his
just
way,
don't
it's
know
close.
when.
Okay, so just before, so are we beyond summoning the elemental and then they're going in
You.
to rescue?
I don't know.
Beyond. Are you summoning the elemental, leaving it with us, and then you're going straight in
Yes, it
to
is.
Etheria?
It would be friendly to us. And
Okay.
if I command it to obey your commands, it will.
Yeah. So I'm going to, as soon as the Earth Elemental is summoned, I'm going to move like 30 feet away, like back from the direction that we've come, and I'm going to use my Celestial Revelation and start activate it and start glowing like from my eyes, from my mouth, and hopefully be a big beacon saying Everdark. Here I am.
Everdark, come at me, bitch.
Come at me, bitch. Away from where these guys are hopefully going to move in sneakily and try and start the, Everdark's attention drawn there.
How?
Yeah, but they're 10 minutes out from Etheria. Are we not having the fight here?
No.
So.
Oh.
So in your heads, yep. You are 10 minutes away from the village that Etheria is in, maybe.
So how close are we planning to have the fight?
Well, there is there's no woods or trees or anything. There is just the rocky sort of, as it leads up to a mountain
Sorry, I didn't
range,
expect
obviously.
us to have the fight with Etheria, like next to Etheria.
Well, you're 10 minutes away from the village.
Yeah.
So if you go, village is 10 minutes walk that way, straight in front of you, and you go 30 feet there. You'd only be wherever, you'd still be 10 minutes from the village. You've only moved 30 feet.
Yeah, but is the plan we're going back separately? So is that, I don't know.
So you all need to know the plan. So, if
No,
you-
I'm going to start when he's finished the Earth Elemental.
so he's already said
But
he's
if
started
that's not,
the Earth Elemental
All right, I
ritual, so
won't
you
do it
have
then, I'll
1
wait.
minute.
Yeah,
So if any of your things work on that time scale,
yeah.
yeah. There's no one at the minute it appears knows you're there.
Okay.
So if you go bing,
No, I was going to do that
yeah.
when he finishes
Okay, so how long does it take you to do your thing? An action?
a bonus action.
And how long does it last?
I think it's just
1 minute, 10 rounds.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so if you do it when he finishes, you've got 10 rounds. If ever that don't turn up,
Yeah.
so
I'll wait until
I
we
think
get
that's what he's trying to
notice.
get at is
Yeah.
yeah.
Until we see
yeah.
where he.
And that's why I wanted you to know the timing, so you knew. All right, now.
Yeah.
Because it's, you don't want to turn it on and then as he arrives, you're like,
Yeah.
if he arrives, you just be like, well, I was lit up 5 minutes ago.
There's always a chance that you get into the village, get out before it, and evidently turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a chance, but you rolled a
It's
69.
not a very big one.
And I will die on my hill. Now you've rolled that 69. Do you have any prep stuff, Fizz? No, you're reactive in the thingy of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
The stuff I can start, but it only lasts a minute or so.
So you need to be have stuff happening. Raya, do you have any preparation things you want to do?
Indeed, I do.
Indeed, I do.
I would like
You
to
shut up.
summon
Uh-huh.
a fire elemental, please.
How long does it take you?
It
Same
takes
as you.
1 minute.
So you can't do it in a fight.
Actually, it doesn't even take 1 minute. No, it takes an action. Oh no, wait, no, twat.
Casting time.
No, casting time. Someone other
She
For
doesn't
you.
mean that word.
For the druid one.
Those listening at half ring afternoon.
Yeah.
I keep that.
So is it instant
I know.
cast? I need someone to tell me.
For the
Every
druid
time I
one, it's
say
instant one
something,
action.
I panic.
So you summon, yeah. That's what I was asking. I'm sure, like, because it's part of your spell list. So you're going to summon a fire elemental, yeah?
Yep.
For me, it's a ritual that takes.
Because of the axe doing it,
Also bad.
of course. What mini don't you have? The air one. Was it air or water? Were you missing one?
It was no, I had the air or water, but I bought them. They're in there somewhere. I lost them.
So you can do it on an instant. So you're not doing it just yet, though, Raya. Yeah, you're waiting until go time. Yeah.
Your earth elemental, not fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Waiting until closer.
And obviously Bjorn's doing the summoning. Whispers,
I've got to wait until we finish
whistles.
invisible. Like, turn those two once he's done his thing.
Your thing will be to make. Who are you making invisible?
Wolfbear
Wolfbear and
and Bjorn.
Bjorn.
The other one's going.
Are they?
Yeah, well, it was
Wolfbear
either
is-
Wolf.
Hang on, Wolfbear is a cleric.
Yeah.
Is Wolfbear all wearing metal armour?
Nope.
Okay, good, fine,
Leather.
good. So he won't be at Celtics. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
It's more
Think about
for the
volume.
healing if Ethereal needs any.
I know, I'm
Wolfbear.
just very aware
Yeah,
of
yeah,
what
yeah.
me and you make as we chomp around.
Wolfbearer is a clerical pathfinding scout of the mountains. Just so you've got an aesthetic. Half giant. Hello, Dominic.
Hello.
So, and you're going to do that. Theory, you're still cutting through. Right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do we want to break now?
Well, it's
Instead of...
23 minutes.
Yeah, so if we break now,
Yeah.
yeah, go get drinks and stuff.
And get ready
I mean,
for the fight.
if ever Dark turns up, there's an hell of a fight on.
If.
I love that.
If.
Where's that mini?
Oh, he's
Is he there ready? Yeah.
Right, so...
Where's Lemmy?
Just snap him in half. We win! It's not voodoo.
Is it Strahd?
Is Etheria dead
It's,
still?
it's like
No,
a
Dom.
death.
Etheria,
Oh,
they
right.
found out that Etheria is still alive, and Etheria is currently trying to escape. She's tied up in a little prison cell. The players are just outside the village that they think Etheria's in, and they're going to summon a fire elemental, an earth elemental.
gonna spontaneously
Althea
combust.
is going to turn her angel stuff on, like Lily's angel. She's a bit like
Is
that, mate.
Etheria dead still?
Yes. Eddie's current character at the minute, mate, is a little goat person, a little satire called Whistles in Shadows. FaZe is going to summon some spiritual guardians, and then they're going to go try and do a big fight, mate. Eyes are going to go black. Boom, it's going to be amazing. But before we do that, those of you that are watching, we are going to do a quick break. So I'm going to stop the stream, change the title of it because it helps us on the export, and then restart the stream. But you will see a break time screen.
Don't go anywhere. It's only going to be a second. It's like
As long as it takes like 7 people to weep, okay?
So, and then 5 or 10 minutes while we just grab drinks and bio breaks. Okay? So, catch you in a moment.
I've needed it for 2 hours after this.
Yeah. Tony's first in the loop.